Alrighty then. I will be honest, I tried to get a slightly different opening music this time round, but my methods were stymied for reasons. Reasons that I don't quite know, but I can
This
understand.
show is good for what ails me.
Yeah, well, what ails you?
Insomnia.
I knew you were there, memes. Anyway, yeah. Let's see if I can get that going. That other music, perhaps at some point. But otherwise, open in browser. All right. I have my little instruction sheet to get what we're after. So what say you? We get this going. All right, so let's see. Last week happened. We started with ending 3, which we got in episode 5, in the 5th stream of this. Last week we got to endings 2 and then 1, and got progressively more depressed as it happened. So, who's ready for an actual good ending? All right. Last week you gaslit the hell out of me like a yes, that you did. Although to be fair, memes, to be perfectly fair, to be absolutely accurate, it wasn't last week that you gaslit me. It's been the last 3 months. All right, you've told me that the endings. You told me that those endings that those are going to be a bittersweet, sweet, and then a what the hell. And I suppose you were correct in the what the hell, but I wasn't expecting that. You said it was boring. You're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're always right. Spaceballs. Goddamn right. Alright. In other news, I watched an episode of Skeleton Knight in Another World just before we started. Because I had enough time, because I've got an early start, right? That thing's good. Good show. Like to capture. All right, so let's see. We start off where we usually do, on a black screen, January 6th. Cool. Let's get past this, because this is boring. There's more people, there's a guy, more people, him again, the professor, more thing, and all this happening. Alright. Why am I worried about this one? This is a meaningless decision in this question. We talk to Nasser, then we go to him, and we talk about the stuff. We're a poor ass. We get financial aid. Grab the sandwiches. More talking. There's talking to talking. Talk about Naomi. Skip this. There's Fang. There's Professor Farnsworth. Non-binary, don't know you, androgyny. Yeah, whatever. Sure. An Aqua Teen Hunger Force, these two. Though all of these guys. We'll save the link for later, because who cares about Volcano High? Okay, and since all of these things are apparently correct... How do you know music? Lucky guess. And the others, there's more of these. Then the stego. Then all of this. Okay, first thing that actually matters. Is the band is fighting because 2 basses and a drum suck. Let's get a guitar in there because it's actually a reasonable balance for a band. And we've already seen this one before. Yeah, Fang likes this. Yeah, I do actually like Boomer Rock. And the amount of times I've actually listened to recently to the Skeleton Knight OP, it really is good. It's literally like German heavy metal as an opening. It's fun. But no, Boomer Rock. Alright. Heads, ask Fang for help. This is the next one that actually matters. And we've gotten all this. There's Reed again in the dino thing, and we peek into phone. I need to drag, not mouse wheel. Skip this, there's more Fang, and all the things and the stuff, and we're now in getting Poison Ivy thrown on our heads. Grab the ankle because it's plausible deniability. We're all angry, including Rosa, all of this. Alright, and this is the next important one. Explain it to her honestly. She should understand by now. Yeah. Yeah, so we've seen the concert. We've seen the concert. We laughed. We can understand your passion. Yada, yada, yada. We're now kicking a car. Now get the fuck out of there! We're back inside. More dinos. More flowers. More of this. We're in here now. Stumbling over. There's a lemon slice floating up. And now we need to stay quiet for this monologue because Fang is having a conflict of... a crisis of identity. Trying to figure out what she's doing because that's the entire themes of this game. And this is the right answer for both sides anyway, so stay quiet for a few rounds. Blah, 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 blah. This is actually kind of ironic, right? We have to click to stay quiet, but we're also not listening either, because we've seen this 3 times already. Who are you? Well, that's up for plenty of people to help decide, but mostly you, so, more stay quiet. Why don't you say something? I'm trying to not get in the way. Let's see. Then there's... Alright. And then a bunch of things happened, including the hot dog girl. Let's see. We knock... I think it ends up being that we meet the family regardless. But I like this scene. Mostly because I actually appreciate Fang's father in this game. This is just a very imposing presence. And Mother, Naomi, and Nasser, Fang, we're all heavy on the date. And now we're talking with folks. We're realizing exactly what the depths of Naomi's machinations are in this whole thing, and she's just staring at us being like, Yeah, of course it is. What do you think? What do you think it was, bitch? And we want to wait for Fang here. Does it matter my feelings are being... Have we not seen this? I don't think we've seen this. How have I not clicked this? I thought I clicked this. Oh, wait, it's because the last two, it didn't matter. But what do you know? We're actually getting some fresh stuff from me. It doesn't matter my feelings are being used. They're real to me. And I want to actually help her. Right now, that means helping her find a venue. This is an announce score, so you haven't gone down this route since you already got E3. Fair enough. Even if it means being around the coral cunt. Maybe I'm getting this confused because I did watch a little bit of Arch play this a week ago, so I might be speaking a little confused on that. But I did not finish watching his most recent one, so I have not seen the ending. So don't worry, memes. Yeah. Hey, Naomi, did you know that 13% of public restrooms... Nasser babbles with Naomi while we wait for Fang to return. And she's back. Alright, I'm done taking a dump or whatever. Let's go. Wait, why do you smell like smoke? I went to Hong Kong for a bit. Let's go. You know you aren't supposed to be smoking, Fang. Just drop it, dork. You don't see me bringing up that leopard mankini you have in your closet. Ooh? Nasser's skin turns a noticeably lighter shade. And Naomi is like, oh my. That the only thing in the closet? Oh, of fucking course not. He's also got this pic. I'm gonna stop you right there. Why don't we continue on now? Naomi is holding a handkerchief to her nose, with a prominent splotch of red steadily growing. Oh my. Finally. Neat. Not even 10 minutes later, and we're back where we started. Isn't this one perfect? The stage is so well lit and... Fang seems seconds away from a successful recreation of Jing Kei's assassination of King Zheng. I know it's wrong to poke the hornet's nest, but... Fang, you alright? I hate everyone here. Ah. Well then. Fang's about to commit homicide. I should ask Nasser to just split off for a while. Naomi would back me up if I can convince her I'm taking Fang out on a event. I really don't want Naomi's help, though. I could get Fang to ask Nasser to break it off, but she's on the verge of fratricide too right now. Hey, Anan, you alright? You've got this intense look on you. Oh, sorry. Just trying to think of good places. Guess it's now or never. This is an unimportant one. No, it isn't, actually. I need to ask Fang. I very near, like, there's a little bit of leeway for ending 4, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. I don't want to do this again. Ask Fang. Don't worry about it. Alright. Looks ahead again, paying a great attention to Naomi's spurgery. I turn to Fang again. Hey, if you don't want to stay in a group, why don't you ask Nasser to split off for a while? Why me? He'll listen to you. He's only doing this because your dad put him up to it. I think he trusts you enough to be willing to take Naomi somewhere else for a while. Give him a chance. Fang looks in contemplation at Nasser walking ahead of us. Might as well try. Hey, Stephen Hawing. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good line. Wait, that's not how... Yeah? He responded to it? Can you take your girlfriend and fuck off elsewhere? Me and her just aren't going to get along. And it'd cover more ground. Nasser slows down a bit. I, don't think that's a great idea. We should stick together, right, Naomi? Well... Two can play this game, you citrine psycho. I look at Naomi and give her a subtle nod. I think it's a wonderful idea. We can check in the promenade. Oh, I know this wonderful cafe and... Great. Great. Now fuck off. Hold on a second. Dad said he'll do to me anything you do to Fang. What? What? Fang, you gotta promise not to let Anon do anything creepy. That's fucking rude. I mean, it's a father's prerogative to be protective of his daughter, isn't it? Besides, daughter. Besides, those Archie Bunker types usually tend to be some of the better fathers anyway. Neat. Fang looks at me and grins wickedly. Please, Fang. I promise. Now go. Nasser gulps and nods. You better not do anything creepy, Anon. And Naomi's off. Nasser's doing the thing and is like, yeah, okay. With that, Nasser and Naomi leave, turning the corner onto another street. Now it's just the two of us. Alone. Oh, and there's the alarms again. I think I'm finally starting to tune them out, though. Fang reaches into her pocket and withdraws a crumpled pack of cigarettes. Got a spare? She shrugs half-heartedly, holding the pack out to me. There's one left. I hesitate. Fang tilts her head. Before she can pull her hand back, I accept the last smoke. I bring the butt to my lips, feeling the pod within the filter. Figures you smoke menthols. Oh, shut up, and you better share. I don't think I'll be getting a fresh pack anytime soon. She hands me her lighter, a little cheap pink Bic. It's quick and easy. No wind to worry about as my thumb rolls over the top and the tiny ember of a flame sears the end of the cigarette. I pop the pod with my incisor and pull in slowly. The draw is smooth, with a hint of mint to it. I wasn't aware that there was something in the filter to bite on. I've never actually smoked before. That's right. Mr. Straight and Narrow Pretty Boy never actually done nothing. Literally, that's not even a joke. It's a menthol only thing. I kind of figured that's what they were talking about when they said that, but still kind of still stands. I don't smoke, so there you go. The cherry at the end burns dimly as I tap off the ash. The smoke exhaled is wispy, and I can feel my nerves ease. I mean, really, on that actually topic, the only actual, I don't know why it's over there, because it's just on my desk. My only actual vice, really, mostly is alcohol, but even then, that's minimum at best. Despite my fairly decent mini bar. Pussy. It's your last one. Want to savor it? I hand her back the cigarette. It's not an indirect kiss or anything like that, I chant as a mantra. Her drag is harsher, burning up twice the amount. She blows out hazy rings, one after another, as if singling an indigenous raptor tribe. Trying to show off now. Bet you can't do it. Fang grins as he hands the stick back to me. You trigger-lipped it. It's still good, man. The filter feels moist between my index and middle fingers. I bring the smoke back to my lips, trying to ignore the wetness of it. I draw in even more, burning up another quarter of it. I can feel my skin prickle as I exhale a thicker fog. I don't know whether it's because of the nicotine or whose lips I imagine I taste. Fuck. Called it. Yeah, I can't. Fang's tail takes a steady rhythm like a metronome as she takes one last long drag. She blows out a thick cloud and drops the stump on the ground. I stamp on the stub before she can, giving it a solid twist before kicking the dead end into the street. You can't find an ashtray? So, now what? I think I know where we can look. Please tell me it's not this shitty promenade place. Nah, it's Little True. Or Lil True. Where? Little Trudon. It's near enough that we can walk there. Why didn't you mention it before? I haven't smoked, say, only a couple of cigars. Well, no, I actually had a friend of mine that I used to work with. I know I've mentioned it before. A guy that taught me how to do carpentry, right? He used to smoke a cigar every now and then. Never got me to join in, but yeah. Let it mention before. Naomi. Ah. Fang leads the way, navigating us away from this overly expensive part of town. And we're back here with the weird guy. Hey! At least it's a novelty. We'll have fun with the little phone Roomba. He's...
Very well. The contest is yours, along with this trinket.
So weird. The fuck even is that? Xavier Renegade Angel, absolute peak show. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Renegade Angel. There. I made a note of it this time. I have the title of the show. If you want to take a 2-minute break, I can send you a clip. We've only been going for 20 minutes. But if you want to send the clip, I would be glad. I would certainly will watch it. All right, fine. All right, hang on. Do. Drop the music down. Okay, this thumbnail.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna get like a problem to show on stream, right? Probably not. Well, I'll take your word for it. Could be. I mean, frankly, anything that happens on this clip can't possibly be worse than what happened last week on the show. So, I mean, that being said, it is called AIDS. Oh boy. Xavier the Renegade Angel. Neat. All right, let's see what this is all about.
Yeah, dump in pooters, boys. Dump them all.
What the?
Oh, peep show. Ooh, frittata. I'm watching a woman washing. I wish I could see myself watching washing. What? The water. The computer virus. It's in the lake.
What's happening to us?
The virus is in the water.
What are you doing here?
If the computer virus is infecting people, then I need to get a human virus to infecticide the computer.
Welcome to the U.S. Army. How can I help you?
I need some of that disease you guys invented.
Crack?
The other one.
AIDS.
That's the spice.
You'll need to fill out an HC248 requisition form.
I don't have time for that.
I shouldn't do this, but here. Someone left this in the lost and found.
Frittata. Just
What?
gotta dump this load in that dirty pooter's floppy slot and collect my kudos.
Hey, there's that freak beast what caused this plague upon us.
You can all fret not. I have the cure right here.
Cure? Give me that.
You don't want to drink that.
Curelicious. Is it working? Yeah, Cliff. It's working. Just go towards the light. I'm scared. Is that you, Grandmama? Oh, come here.
Oh,
Y'all just killed my best platonic male friend. And now I'm gonna beat your ass.
I thought you had the stutter.
He seems to be stuck in some sort of a glitch. And use the devil what brought computerized viral shame to our town. I'm gonna pound you down.
Yowzer, this town's gone Bowser.
Every show, Statler and Waldorf sit up here. Show after show after show. Now I see why.
You see why they come?
No, I see why they left. Oh,
no, but really, what the actual hell was that? Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Am I gonna have to watch that one now too? Oh. Wow. Ugh. Yeesh. Alright. And that's Skeleton Knight. Okay. Well, it definitely makes sense that that was Adult Swim. Oh boy.
Intelligences have yet to find a way to control.
Yeah. Wind monkeys, huh? Alright.
Intelligences have yet to find a way to control weather. You gave me the idea to synthesize weather systems on a human scale. I can create a wind gust, regulate temperature, moisture, and pressure in a controlled environment until a perfect hurricane forms, bite-sized, that takes on its own furious momentum, and its perpetual energy can be harnessed.
Mr. Lonely, crawling back to be my friend. Kinda sad.
I can use it to power my TV.
He's so fixated on being friends.
And I have full power over them. Go make me a grinder lunch. Or sometimes they get uppity and you've got to keep them in their place. I'm putting you out to work the field.
Whippity whippity whoa. And what do you call these wind monkeys? Wiggables?
Wiggers. Well, I caught this wigger staring saucy at my mistress.
You've totally broken wind. Environmentalists have finally got their final solution.
This will revolutionize the world. I just need to tell society about it.
Again, what the hell was that? Oh boy. Okay. That's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, cool. It is peak absolute nonsense that looks like an old Gmod shit post. Yeah. Woo boy. Oh man, I hate that I might have to look that up later. Look more of it. Oh my god. Alright, well, back to Skippy. Skippity Lippity. Oh, the best character ever. And we're talking to him, we met the family, and now we're here. Now a little bit later, we're at the show. I've seen a bit here and there. Yep, and then we skip a little bit more. Upright strength. Nope. Where'd it go? No, I want it to be here, so now I minimize this back to where it was. Upright strength, Anon 3, Fang 4. Alright, so we've got minimum of 3 right now, so... I really love this here. Like, according to the thing you sent me, if I get one more Fang, but no more Anons, I go back down to 2. Whereas if I even just get one more Anon and no more Fangs, we hit 4. Coding jank, probably. Maybe. I just find that very weird. Who knows? Maybe it's intentional, even. At any rate. Upright strength. I take one card around. Upright strength. Oh, I don't think you need to worry about what's to come, Anon. Wait, I don't think you need to worry about what's to come, Anon. The fuck does that mean? Gotta go to go see the show. Zip off away. She flees in denim-pissing fear. Well then. What was I doing? Oh yeah! Zoom! Okay, leave the stage as is, trust the idiot savant. And with that, this should guarantee us ending 4. 30 minutes until the show starts. Fans doing one sound test. We've seen this all before. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Wait. By the way, Anon, I saw you talking to that stellar girl before the concert. You have something going on there? I feel a pit in my stomach as a look of betrayal crosses Fang's face. Right into Trish's trap. Hook, line, sinker, and rod. Oh, I haven't said deny yet. I do not have a thing for incontinentia. Incontinentia. Who? Thought we were talking about what's-her-face. The one with the Dino Duel cards. I thought those were Pocket Raptor cards. Weren't they hand egg cards? I love hand egg, as in like American football. That's pretty funny. Moving on. Blah 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 blah. All right. So now, just because we're going to do that, we still want to make sure stuff is right, right? So we'll play the guitar. Blah, 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 blah. Keep it simple. Strum with confidence. And play something random. And we'll go through this as we then jam out for several hours and get caught by her father. Fang seemed proud of the fact that I was able to play well enough to get a passing grade in midterms. Or rather proud of herself that she was that good of a music teacher, as opposed to Mr. Jingo. Her way of congratulating me was to hip-check me right into my locker, only to apologize while laughing her ass off. Actually, the whole ordeal made me remember I had this old music program installed on my computer. Oh, really? That's some character development. It's incredibly outdated, but free is free. Take what you can get, right? Several hours of decade-old tutorials later, I finally start cobbling together a lousy musical-sounding rhythm. A loosely musical-sounding rhythm. I couldn't find a reverb option, so I just overlaid the same instruments with a lower volume where I wanted it. People probably won't notice. Are you kidding? I'm starting to get into why Fang likes doing this sort of thing. With a few times I've messed around in Audacity, it certainly is fun. It's sort of just like the act of creating something and being able to say, I made this. Exporting the file and uploading it to a music site. I await my audience to start amassing before me. See? I already have a comment. Never make anything again. Ever. Just in the day in the life of an underappreciated artist. Okay. That was good. End of midterms means the start of a new quarter and the next skipping thing. Because, yeah, blah, 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 because now it's the anime incident. Yeah, Reed has a point, so listen to Reed. Trish can burn in hell for all I care. And then we skip through this, blah, 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 blah. And now we talk with Trish, because as we've stated before, when people stop talking is when society breaks down. And then we'll skip through that. We wait for Trish to exit, because this is the actual important part. This is the important one. And that should set us actually at 5 and 5, which means we're locked in super hard. We're worried about Trish. I actually forget what this part of the conversation looks like. Fang turns her head down to her shoes. How could I not tell something like this was happening? You know it's not your fault. Doesn't mean I don't feel guilty about it. She picks her head up and looks me in the eye. We should leave. You probably don't want to see her when she gets out. Actually, I think we should wait. Looks like you have something to say to her. Well, yeah, but there's something else I wanted to tell her, too. There is? There is? You sure you should be talking to her when you're still this upset? It's nothing bad, I promise.
That's a good call, dude.
You can go first. Fang gives a small nod, and the three of us slide down the wall into sitting positions. Yeah, bum, bum, bum. Sitting positions meaning the JPEG just goes down from full height to half height. The minutes pass. What do I even say to her? I'm not entirely sure either. Reed awkwardly toys with his tail in silence, suddenly a lot less contemplative than before. The clasped hands around my knees start to leave red marks on each other. I can't find the energy to shift them. Eons later, Trish emerges from the office. Her tears become shiny trails reflecting the sterile light of the hallway. Hesitantly, Fang gets up to speak with her. That makes one of us. For a while, the two just stare at each other. Eventually, Why? Why the fuck did you do this to Anan? Do you actually think I'd be okay with this? Anan is just as much my friend as you were, Reed. That was something those douchebags who make fun of our band would do. I thought he was a bad influence. On you, the band. Everything is changing, Fang, and I don't like it. All because of Anan. Welcome to interpersonal relationships. Then why didn't you just fucking talk to us? Anan isn't some asshole trying to rip everything apart. I know what you told me, Fang, but you deserve better. He's not. I catch Trish throwing a glance my way as she cuts herself off. Look, I'm sorry, Fang. I'm just trying to look out for you. Look out for me. I can make my own decisions, Trish. Fang sighs as she rubs her temples. I'm taking a break from the band. I watch as Trish's entire world shatters before her eyes. Reed's lack of reaction tells me that they discussed this while I was in Spears' office. What? I need time to think. Fang, wait! Bye. Fang turns away from Trish and starts walking away. I'll wait by the exit while you talk, Anan. Yeah. Reed gets up as she passes by and begins to follow, giving me a thumbs up. Give you some privacy, amigo. And now it's just the two of us. And it's no different from the last time, but still. I get up from the spot on the floor, pins and needles on my legs making it more difficult. Now what do you want? I fucked up too. Huh? That catches her off guard. This is my fault too, you know? I played a stupid game with this instead of manning up and just talking about it. I stoned the fuck up and finally admit it. To the world and myself. I like Fang. I like her and I know that's what you're afraid of. I was never out to break anything up. I just like Fang. I want to help her. I never wanted to hurt anyone. Trisha's eyes glaze over and stare at something in the distance, as if all her worst fears came true. I guess in a way, they did today. I'm done, Trish. I'm not going to fight you with you over this. I won't fuck with you. You won't fuck with me. I'm going home. I turn away from Trish. She buries her head in her hands again. Part of me wonders if she'll use that against me, but right now it just feels good to get it out of my system. As I begin to look for Fang, Reed stops me in the hallway. Made the right call talking it out. Trust me, dude. Reed shuffles his feet a bit and scratches his neck. Gonna give you a bit of space after dealing with that. Time to think things over, you know? Suddenly he leans in and lowers his voice. You should tell them, bro. With a cryptic wink, he rushes off towards Trish, probably to give her the same kind of therapy. I throw a quick glance to see him pull in Trish for a hug. He turns to deal with her now. What do you mean by tell them? Tell them what? Does Reed... How did he... So much for privacy. I shake the thoughts from my mind and head in the direction Fang went. That can wait. And that's the big thing where he's probably listening to your muttering. Alright. And now we dodge the can, because people don't understand anime. Seriously, just watch Skeleton Knight. It's fun. Or at least ways watch the, opening. You know what, actually, now that I think about it, fair's fair. Give me a half a moment here. Let me go to... Nope. Pause. Copy. There you go, memes. That's the OP to Skeleton Knight. Pretty fun. Alright, so now we'll just catch it out of the air, because the anime Chad we are. It smacks me in the forehead mid-stride. Yeah. Smashing the forehead, we slam into the bollard, and smack, we get to talk with Mr. the Monarch. Now we have more things. We talk with Fang, we get beat up by Nasser, we talk with Nasser. And this is and now we got some new stuff. Alright. He sighs and turns to me. Ugh. I shouldn't have pushed you earlier. Sorry, it was a moment of weakness. Don't worry about it. I can take a hit or two. He silently nods. Yeah, man, sure. He nervously chuckles. Look, Anon, when you told me Fang could kiss you because you told her of your feelings, I can't really describe it. Don't take it the wrong way, but my mind just screamed at me worst case scenario. Why's that? And this is where the new stuff begins. Because it's my sister we're talking about here. So, Fang said she likes me too. So we're dating now, I think. Nasser clamps his hands up to his crest. Dating even, sweet raptor Jesus. Why are you so surprised? I told you months ago I liked her, didn't I? Yeah, you told me you liked her. I never expected her to like you back. Explain yourself now. I don't even really know how this happened. I mean, I've barely even had friends before, let alone something romantic. Why would anyone want to go out with me? Me, Nasser! I wouldn't go out with me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Nasser leans back with a hand holding his beak. Oh man, you're worse off than I thought. Breathe, man. I am. It hurts. Bollards, remember? Jeez, at this rate I'm gonna be more concerned for you than Fang. Like, thinking about being with Fang, a part of me is fucking exuberant to be the point of being higher than Reed. Reed! But then I start thinking about how I don't know how to date and get so worried that I feel like I'm going to vomit. And then there's my heart beating so hard and the fucking bruise and everything is fuck. Everything is fucking fuck, Nasser. Breathe! I finally notice the black spots in my vision and gasp. My lungs explode in pain as I falter back in against my chair for support. Is this a panic attack? Nasser, I think I'm having a panic attack. Paw! My head snaps to the side as a fresh stinging pain blossoms on my cheek. I take the seconds of intense pain to focus and collect myself. Did you just slap me? Yes? You calm now? Not really. Would another slap help? I'm calm, I'm calm. Yeah, you've got it bad, Anon. Got what bad? You're in love with Fang. How is that bad? Fang. You both need help at this point. Now that's just uncalled for. It's true. Last thing you need is to be romantically involved. What if that's exactly what we need? Just let me get this straight. You have never had a girlfriend before. Yes. Ever. Yes. Why? Aside from being sad, that just makes it really not a good idea to go for what seems like such a poor combination. That a challenge? What? Are you even paying attention? I can be a great boyfriend, just you watch. Oh my god. You know what? You may be right. Maybe just the Fang needs is someone to support her. I clearly can't do anything, and neither can our parents, or anyone we know. But thinking back to a few days ago, she did shield you from the crowd and get you out of the auditorium. I brushed it off, but it's clear she cares for you. So you know what, Anon? I'll trust you. Well, there's also character growth. Dawada? Nasser gets up from his seat, motioning me for you to follow. I'll help you get to know Fang a bit better, and in return, you need to keep your promise of being a great boyfriend to her. Yeah, thank you, Nasser. Where are we going? You're gonna need some supplies. Is this gonna turn... If this turns out to be an actual, like, grease role reversal like I was talking about last week, I'm going to be surprised. Shocked and awed, perhaps, even. Not that I doubt that the people that made this game don't know what grease is. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. But still, that's a deep cut. I follow Nasser to the parking lot, where his half-beaten car awaits. Listen up. Listen up, because this is all I really know. Wait, should I be taking note? First thing is, you should always have a giant bag of Dino Nuggies in your fridge, with her name written on it with a Sharpie. Be warned, she counts them. You eat any, and it's all over. I climb into the passenger seat as Nasser revs up the NASCAR. That's still a dumb name. You're gonna need some barbecue sauce too, and none of the bargain bin stuff. Fang only likes top shelf dipping sauce. My brother-in-law too, actually. Like, seriously. Oh crap, it's not Frank's Red Hot. Damn it, what is the barbecue sauce that we like getting? Damn it, I'm gonna lose my mind. The car violently peels out of the parking lot. Nasser continued to rattle off checklists of do's and don'ts for Fang, even as he takes me around various stores to stock up. If she ever says she isn't hungry, she is lying through her teeth. What woman isn't? Most places know that if you need it, what you need if you say, my girlfriend isn't hungry. Next, either get a good supply of earplugs or say goodbye to your sense of hearing entirely. She can, and will, stay up until 2 a.m. listening to music on full blast. Nasser tells me more information about Fang than I probably should have known. And lastly, she will rip your shirt at least once. Have spares ready. What? Oh yeah, this is actually my 5th jacket this semester. I see. So that confirms Nasser is just colorblind if he keeps getting these fuck ugly jackets. So, I've got your blessing? If you help my sister Anon. Of course, I'll be the best boyfriend. You better, because otherwise it won't be me next time. Well, Dad needs a new caddy. He'll probably ask you and then you'll go missing. Now that's a challenge I would take. Ah. Fuck. Now tell me where your place is so I can drop you off. Nasser hesitates when I give him my address. Skin Row. You know, I should have figured, but still. He speeds off in the direction of my apartment with all the grace of a semi-truck. Once we reach my neighborhood, his driving gets even more erratic. Never stopping at stop signs and staying just above the speed limit. You know, it's a good way to also get called off. Paranoid much? Nasser finally comes to a stop in front of my building to let me out. Thanks for the ride, Nasser, and the, Fang stuff, too. Nasser's gaze is fixed at the building's doors instead. So, you're going up to see Fang now, huh? You know you can come talk to her with me if you want. No! I mean, I can't leave my car alone in this neighborhood. Don't want something to happen to it, right? He tops off with a less than genuine laugh. Nasser, your car is more dense than most of the ones around here. Also, I need help carrying all this stuff. What? There's like 4 bags. You can carry it fine. Not with these crippling injuries. You slamming me into the locker didn't help either. Ow! It's a miracle I'm still able to breathe. Nasser rolls his eyes. Fine, I'll carry the crap up, but only for a moment. I don't want my car getting jacked. He gets all the bags in the back seat, and I lead him up the stairs to my place. Has Fang been doing all right here? Probably still a bit rattled. Wasn't in the best mood this morning either. Probably a good idea to not get confrontational or anything, yeah? Nasser nods and I unlock the door. I hold the door open for Nasser. He hesitates to enter, so I look in to see Fang sat in my bed, mashing away on the Duke furiously. What? Nasser? Don't freak out. He's just here to... Wait. Why are you playing Rock Band with a controller? You mean I was doing it wrong? And my account was locked. How did you even get to start that to start? Dude, your password was Rainbow. Who cares about that? Why is he here? Nasser waves dismissively. Well, Anon, you're welcome for the ride. I'll just be going now. No, wait, Nasser. He freezes halfway out the door. How much do you know? No? About me and Anon. Anon filled me in earlier. You what? Fang, don't worry, he's cool. You weren't planning on telling Dad I'm here, were you? No, I wasn't. I'm serious, you can't tell him. He'd kill Anon. No, really, I wasn't going to tell. Please, Nasser, I need to know for absolute sure. God damn it, Fang. Why don't you trust me with even this? Nasser inhales deeply and turns toward the door. Sorry, I'm going now. I won't tell. I swear. It's not that I don't trust you. He pauses again with his hand on the doorknob. Like Spears did numerous times in the past, I take hold of Nasser's shoulder. I offer a reassuring smile and nod back towards Fang. And what? Why do you hate me? I don't hate you. Every time I see those... Your scars, I mean. I just remember that day back then. What does that have to do with anything? I mean, it's my fault, isn't it? I lied to you and you got hurt. But it's like you don't blame me, even though you should. Everyone depends on you. You're the star player at school, but it's in spite of your family instead of because of it. You can't even bring yourself to hate me. All this time, that's what this was about. Fang wipes away a tear with her wing and nods. Nasser brushes my hands off his shoulder and turns around. I don't hate you because I don't blame you for anything, Fang. Back then, we were only kids. I was 11, 12? I was always thinking I'd done something wrong because of how you acted differently since then. I thought you hated me. I mean, look at all the shit I've ruined for you. Band practices, shows, parties, hell, dates even. All I ever do is ruin things for you. When I did, I'd always get told off by Trish. Part of me wants to groan at just the mention of her name. Oh, I think I did, since both Nasser and Fang are looking at me. Ugh, way to ruin the moment, Anand. Real smooth, man. Real smooth. Oh, come on, you two were finally making progress. Remind me why we're dating again? Hey, he's your boyfriend. Cut him some slack. What's that supposed to mean? The siblings chuckle lightly at my expense. The things I do for people. Once the laughter ends, Fang looks at Nasser. Look, Nasser, for all of Anand's faults, I do like him. Which is why I'd rather Dad not arrest him and kill him. I know I haven't been a good sibling, but I'm begging you here. And I told you before, I won't tell. Just be sure to come home later tonight. Fang hisses and looks away. You are coming home tonight, right? Well... What? What? I need to stay to look after my idiot boyfriend. I don't need... Fang withdraws her finger from the bruise on my chest. Fuck, God, again with the tests! What am I supposed to tell Dad then? Hell, what have you been telling him? I've been staying at Naomi's place for a group project. Well, I can't say I'm staying at Trish or Reed's place. But Naomi? If I told Dad I was staying at Anand's place in Skid Row, what do you think would happen? Okay, fair point. Are you actually okay staying here, though? Fang shrugs and looks away. It's not bad, just boring when I'm all alone. Hey, you got Rainbow. And there's not much to eat here. Well, let's fix that last part then. I get a questioning look from Fang as I take one of the grocery bags from Nasser. You've been holding them this whole time? Her eyes instantly lock onto the hefty bag of dinosaur-shaped nuggets I take out. Yeah, back, not bag. Specifically a back of dinosaur-shaped nuggets. I know it's just me, but who proofread this? You gonna stay for dinner, Nasser? I want to, but... The loud blaring of a car alarm as Nasser dropped the rest of the bags onto the floor and rush out the door. Shit, the NASCAR! Yow. Huh. I guess he wasn't wrong about the carjacking thing. Must be in Minneapolis. I turned back to Fang, who's currently writing her name on the bag of tenders. Mine! Fang, you can't hog. Did you just hiss at me? Mine! We ended up watching Top Spear until midnight while Fang hogged her bag of nuggies. Still new stuff. I was ready for an uneventful day of school. In fact, I'd be extremely happy if it was. This entire week has been the most dramatic in my life. Even the walk to school was dramatic, with Fang escorting me as if she were Secret Service. In English, I'm still trying to catch up with the rest of the class. In any other class, I'd have been caught up, but Mr. Suki is an absolute slave driver. Driver. My phone buzzes, and I try to tell myself it's not worth getting distracted. The next question is on Seraph's history, however, and I decide it's not worth it. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy actually was obsessed with fonts, specifically. Please tell me your morning is going better than mine. Could be better? Why? I didn't even think of Trish. She hasn't seen me in 2 days and is trying to bother me with band stuff. She's really not taking a break well. Oh, you serious about quitting music and all that? What? Why would I quit music? Just taking off from the band for a while. Ah. Think Trish gets the memo now. Apparently cold shoulder works wonders on her. You think that'll work for long? No, lol. We'll have to make distance at lunch. Let's eat on the roof or something. Good idea. She doesn't respond further, so I return my attention back to the assignment. Serif fonts can be broadly classified into one of 4 subgroups: Old Style, Transitional, Didone, and Slab Serif in order of Nope. Nope. Just writing a review of BIIC, a post-paleo RPG here. Right? I passed the assignment. After a torturous science period where Fang poked my bruises whenever she got bored, lunch came around. Probably should be a comma there. Fang and I got plates of country fried steak and started heading up the stairs, chattering about possibly seeing a movie this weekend. Not that I have a tremendous amount of experience in anything but a college cafeteria, but never have I ever seen chicken fried steak, or country fried steak even, at any educational institution as a meal option. And I worked in the food service at my college. I know exactly what was served there. Country fried steak was never an option, and I realize, memes, that this is an expensive place. If you recall, at the beginning, there was an option for sirloin steak as an option for the carnivore line. It's like, yeah, and filet mignon as well. So I'm like, seriously, what kind of rich Ponzi-ass place is this? It really might even be Minneapolis. Minneapolis or Los Angeles? Rock Angeles? Who cares? Back to capture. Seemed like a Kong fan. Seemed like a Kong fan. Did Nasser say that? Maybe. But come on, it looked like it'd be a great movie. Before I can retort, I hear footsteps rushing in from behind. Fang! Fang, I thought we'd be hanging out at the auditorium. You know, like usual. And Fang doesn't even bat an eye and continues up the steps. Trish follows even as Fang starts taking the steps 2 at a time. Fang, come on! If the door was still there, I'm pretty sure Fang would have kicked it open. Man, I love the continuity. I'm also kind of surprised that we don't have like a groundskeeper Willie that's desperately trying to get that door fixed. Never mind the hole in the suicide fence. Instead, she quickly turns with a huff and starts to scale the ladder one-handed. Before Trish can climb it, I pull myself up the ladder awkwardly. Each step up a rung, I need to pause, the rough movements causing bouts of pain across my chest. Trish growls as I take my time climbing up, Halfway up, I'm able to hand Fang my tray of food and scale the ladder at a slightly faster snail's pace. Once I'm at the top, I swing my legs onto the ladder, blocking Trish from climbing up too. Asshole! Let me talk with Fang! Know any theaters with easily accessible fire exits? You kidding? Of course I do. Sweet, saves me some money. Anon, I swear to fuck! Fang, please, just say something! I can tell Fang is getting annoyed at Trish not taking the hint. Trish, I just don't want to see you right now, okay? But why? I'm your best friend. I still need some time away after what you did. What about Reed? What about Verm Drama? We can't perform with just the two of us. You'd be surprised. I think you should leave, Trish. I think you aren't thinking straight. We need you to come back to... Trish? Her voice is calm fury, cold and collected and bitter. I am trying to have lunch with my boyfriend that you just humiliated in front of everyone barely 2 days ago. I am perfectly capable of deciding for myself if I want to take a break. If and when I want to get back into the band, I will talk to you. For now, all you're doing is pissing me off and ruining our lunch together. Leave. Trish's jaw hangs open, a barely audible squeak of protest escaping her. She wipes away a tear with her jacket sleeve and shimmies down the ladder. Sorry. And she gone. Fang waits until her footsteps quiet before letting out a sigh. That hurt. Fang's hand finds mine and grasps it. Her grip is feather light, but I can feel her shuddering breath as a shiver in her palm. I offer her silent reassurance, my fingers curling around her hand softly. Anon, do you think I fucked up? I consider for a moment. While Trish did mess up big time, she's still Fang's best friend. It wasn't all malicious, just misguided. Maybe some time apart will help both Fang and Trish. Maybe, but you know... I know you can hear this, though. Fang simply rolls her eyes. Such a dweeb. Yep. She held my hand the entirety of lunch, which was nice. But it made eating my mediocre steak fucking difficult. April 1st. Fang and I have been together for a month now, and now we can skip again. And right now, I'm gonna win our prank war. Zoobie-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I turn back to Fang with her mischievous grin. Prom! Yay! What? Her grin only grows. What? What's with the look? She shakes her head and covers her mouth. Did I say something funny? Anon, you ignorant slut. Notice something about me? Anything at all? Well, your model hasn't changed, actually, so... Off the top, no. Why do you have feathers on your elbows anyway? Asking the important questions here. God, no, I'm not actually NB Anon. What? Oh, she! Oh. Still, why do you have feathers on your elbows? Fang rolls her eyes and digs her feathered elbow into my side. Alright, I'll get it. Just joking around. Shame your jokes suck. We chuckle together. So, like, I can say you're my girlfriend now? Fang Flanges. Fling, flung, floppies. Let's get the FL sounds out of my mouth right now. Fang blushes a little. You always could, dummy. The blush becomes contagious as I find myself looking back at the worksheet. Girlfriend. Suddenly I'm feeling squeamish all over again. I mean, we went on dates before, but she's never straight up said she's my girlfriend. Now I'm on the spot. It only makes sense that I ask her to prom, right? Why am I getting so worked up again all of a sudden? This is ridiculous. I'm just going to ask. Hey Fang, we're going to prom together, right? Oh, yeah, totally. I was going to ask you if you wanted to go at all. If you wanted to go at all. Of course I do, but do you want to go? I mean, only with you? Yes or no, dork? Yes. That wasn't so hard, was it? Like plucking feathers. She playfully elbows me again. I think I get the feathers and the elbow thing now, because those things fucking dig in. Ow! Do you even have something to wear? I was gonna ask my dad for his old clothes. You sure? I could ask Nasser for his old stuff. Tail and wings. Right. What about you? You actually gonna wear a dress? I've got this sick-looking dress shirt. Nah, shirts suck. Wings again? Wings again! At least I can wear a backless dress. I cut my chin and try to picture the dress. The heat creeping up my face tells Fang exactly what I'm thinking. I grin and nod approvingly. And earned a third elbow to my side. Wait, hold on. Do you still go by Fang, at least? Why wouldn't I? I don't know, I still kind of like Lucy. Cool, just checking. Taking it one step at a time, you know? There's only about 10 minutes left of class. Are we gonna have enough time to finish the assignment? Shit, yeah, forgot. I flip over the page to reveal the entire second half. It's gonna be close, though. Fang scoots her chair closer to me. No time to waste then, yeah? Splitting the questions between us, Fang and I are able to finish the assignment seconds before the bell. Damn, they actually got some work done. I say that just as my family is downstairs, probably watching the Bills game. Somehow. We walk through the hall together, at least until we have to split to our separate classes. Hey, wait, did the word search bit... A small detail I like. What, the Bills game or something in the game, or in this game? E4 they finish it, E3 they guess the last few questions, E2 and 1 they just give up and don't bother. You know what? That's fair. That is a very good bit of attention to detail. Like, it's actually, like, I know I joke about saying character growth every now and then, but that actually is character growth. Hey, wait, you did the word search bit this time, right? I thought you said you were terrible at those. And you believed me up to this point. I feel used. That's because I used you. I'll get you, Fur. Ah, Fang, there you are. A moment, please. We turn to see Principal Spears trailing behind us. Yes?
Fang, I was planning on asking you during your next class, but since I found you here... I'm embarrassed to say we're missing one event slot during prom. Scheduling error. And your teacher, Mr. Jingo, recommended you for your musical talents. I'm not asking you to make a decision right now, but if you'd consider helping out by performing a musical number or two, that would help monumentally.
Oh,
Fang's gonna play for the school, if Fang agrees to.
well, sure. Yeah, I'd love to do some songs for prom.
Fantastic news, Fang. When you can, please swing by the office.
Thank you, Principal Spears. I'll come after school today. Spears nods and heads off. Shit. Now I really need to get a good dress.
I thought you had one.
A party dress isn't a performance dress. It's like... You know what I mean?
I guess.
You don't seem as excited as last time you got somewhere to play. I know, I mean, last time I had a whole band to play with.
Surely it won't go like the E1 prom performance.
Oh no, surely not. It could go worse.
You sure you'll be all right playing solo?
You know, now would be a great time for that one heckle to show up. You want to hear me sing?
Only if you sing solo. Solo? Solo I can't hear.
What was that?
It's called the medium sketch.
The medium sketch?
Yeah, it wasn't rare, and it certainly wasn't well done.
I'm gonna take that as to the impression of my alert. I love it. Probably. I'll also need to practice a lot more. You'll help me, right?
Of course. As long as you don't need me up on stage with you.
I'm trying to keep the crowd from throwing things this time around, actually.
Bite me.
Speaking of, I'll see you at lunch, right?
Yeah, of course.
Fang pecks me on the cheek and starts down the hall to our next class. I feel my lips spread into a grin. It's kind of weird to think of it, but I'm actually excited for prom. Man, I hope Dad's suit has actually been to the cleaner. I don't want to disappoint. Every day after school for the next few weeks, I would join Fang to help her practice. Some days we'd go to her place, other days her father was home early. Those days, Fang would politely ask Nasser to drop her off at my place, i.e. probably threatened him. The bribes to keep it from her dad stopped being necessary after the third time. The practice sessions themselves were long and arduous. Sessions would go on until either her dad kicked me out or sundown. Fang would play for hours on end, occasionally stopping to let me try and take a break. Despite my warnings, she'd play until her fingertips were red and raw. Ah, the tribulations of the music player. I decided it was time for a real break once I ran out of band-aids. My great idea was to take out the map of the city I'd had since I moved in and throw a dart at it to decide where we'd go for the day. There's lots of neat places in the city for dates. The mall, the arcade, a local amusement park. And the dart landed in the ocean over the dock. Also great. The look from Fang told me she wasn't stepping anywhere near a tuna boat. The aquarium it is. Also decent. So here we are inside after paying admission. I suggested she wear some gloves just to protect her hands. I don't think she understood the second part because they were fingerless. The aquarium is a large marble building on a marina. The various exhibits sprawl out to make the place turtle-shaped from a bird's eye view. Ooh, nice. It's a nice place, but I still need to make this entertaining to Fang. She already looks bored. Looking through one of the map kiosks, I try to make a mental plan for the trip. They got exhibits for the deep sea, the Gulf of Mexico, the dope fish, tropical reefs. Eeny, meeny, miny. Really? Sea turtles it is! I take Fang's hand and lead her through the lobby into the chamber labeled Sea Turtle Conservatory. Anon, are you sure you want to spend the day here? If you wanted to go to the mall or something... Oh my god! A little sea turtle swims out of hiding the tank right in front of us. Oh, that's cute. Immediately Fang breaks free of my arm and presses against the glass. Look at these cute little shits! I love them! Yeah, I see them. I peer into the tank and see a few more hatchlings bob out of the decorative grass. The hype becomes contagious and I find myself pressed against the glass as well. Please avoid touching the glass. It stresses the little guys out. Oh, sorry. Come on, Fang, there's more stuff to see. No! There's more here than just these little baby turtles, you know. Doesn't matter. You're just gonna stay here all day then? Yep. What'll you do for lunch? Bring me something from the cafe. All right, here I am, going off without you. Oh, look, a Dumbo octopus. Where is it? In a snap, Fangs moved from pressing her face against the turtle tank to pressing it against the octopus tank. Ma'am, please refrain from... Oh my gosh, I'm not looking at it! It's like a living egg yolk with button eyes. Is that the first analogy you can think of? And what's over there? I'm getting to Naomi here. And what's over there? Are those seahorses? Holy crap, I have to take a video of this. I shrug apologetically at the attendant who has given up entirely. Is this where they blew the entire animation budget? But watching Fang zoom between the exhibits to gush over each oddly cute sea animal was just too much. Suddenly, my phone finds its way into my jacket pocket, already set to record. She'll probably kill me if she finds out. But it'd be a good death. Wait, where'd she go? This is so dumb. I round the corner to see the next room has a large group of school children hovering over a Stingray touch tank. That is, a large group of school children and Fang towering above the rest. She does have the act down, though. Oh, cool, a Stingray pool. You plan on touching one? Touch? Yeah, you can put your hand in and they'll slide against it. Watch. I roll up my jacket sleeve and push my hand into the water, splaying it out. Fang and the children lean in intently. The water's cold, but sure enough, a few of the playful things make their round and slide up right against it like a cat begging for scratches. See? Several of the crowd start jumping with excitement and put their own hands in the water to try for themselves. Fang doesn't seem completely convinced, though. You sure they're alright to touch just like that? Aren't those dangerous? I mean, it's a bit slimy, but there's a hand sanitizer thing on the wall right there. That isn't what I meant. Come on, I'll make sure they don't bite. Their mouths are on the underside anyway, so they really can't. Not easily, anyway. Fang reluctantly grabs my dry arm, and I lead her to a spot not occupied by ankle biters. I put my hand back in and motion for Fang to do the same. She hesitates with her hand raised just above the water's surface, then plunges her hand down next to mine. It doesn't take long for a few rays to make the corner and brush up against our hands. You alright? Yeah, no, it's just... You were right about them being slimy. Well, I have yet to hear of a dry fish. Shut up. After a few more rounds of rays, Fang decides she's had enough. See, that wasn't terrible, right? Actually, you got all your fingers, right? I don't know, want to check? Her cheeky grin and raised middle finger confirms her hand's integrity. So, which exhibit are we checking next? I checked the aquarium pamphlet to see where we haven't been yet. Well, if we go outside, we can see the dolphin pools. That way it loops back to the deep sea exhibits. With Fang in agreement, I lead her towards the exit marked with a large dolphin sign. Upon entering the building, my nose is assaulted by a mix of salty air and the smell of raw fish. Yep, that's an aquarium, all right. Somehow it's even fishier than inside the aquarium. Well, there's less glass in between you and it. Ooh, smells like lunch. It says I should be feeding the dolphins pretty soon. The walkway circles around a large pool with several dolphins swimming around, and I can make out the trainer holding a hoop with a bucket of fish by their feet. One of the dolphins jumps straight through the hoop and is rewarded with a fish caught out of the air. Would you jump through a hula hoop for me if I had treats? I notice a trainer has traded a hoop for a large brush and is getting one of the dolphins to open its mouth. The trainer starts brushing the dolphin's teeth and showing off the rows of neatly spaced cones. I make a show of craning my neck down to get a view of Fang's teeth from below. She raises an eyebrow for a second and then realizes. An elbow jams into my shoulder and her other hand covers her snout. So that's how you brush your teeth. I don't need someone to bribe me, at least. Well, if you ever need help, I'm sure I can get them to lend one of those brushes. And that gives me a jab to the ribs this time. Oh, come on, you have to admit they look a bit like you. I don't see it. The dolphin besides her nods in agreement. Hey, don't you start! Right then. Oh, ow. So, how about we hit the last spot up and then grab our own lunch? Unless you want to have some tuna with your clone there. Fang rolls her eyes at that. Her dolphin duplicate did too. You know, you could have put at least ways just like a photorealistic dolphin in there with like some drawn-on sardonic expression. You're fucking with me, aren't you? What are you talking about? Fang's aquatic doppelganger makes a laugh-like chirping and finally swims away. So, deep sea then. We leave the dolphin pen, following signs back towards the building. The floor slopes slowly until we reach a door labeled as the sub-level to our destination. Pushing through, we find ourselves in an oversized hamster tube beneath the water. Those are cool. No, I didn't realize I had one of these. From within the glass walkway, we're surrounded by a myriad of colorful marine life swimming around us. Fang's eyes are wide as he tries to follow the different schools of fish that dart to and fro about. I'm more mesmerized by the water-filtered light cascading off Fang, casting her in a gentle glow that illuminates her white feathers. God is so glad I'm recording this. Recording what? Yeah, he just does, he is just muttering to himself the whole damn time, isn't he? The shark! Yeah, that cool-looking shark over there. I point to the shark that's currently lazing about, casually drifting by the walkway. Fang turns to gush at the shark, giving me the opportunity to quickly stop my phone and see that my battery is near dead and storage near full. Ah, there's the last exhibit. I hold open another set of doors, the room within near pitch black. Is it closed? The lights.
Oh, nah. The room is dark because the things inside aren't used to light. Oh? Wait, are you scared? No, I just wasn't expecting it is all. I offer her my hand. Despite her claim otherwise, I can feel how tense she is by how her fingernails dig into my hand. I lead her into the darkened room, what little light there is coming from the various animals within. The aquariums within are packed with bioluminescent jellyfish, illuminating the darkened room with an ethereal glow. Not quite what I was thinking about, but you know, it still works. Whoa, this is beautiful. Yeah, that. I wasn't referring to the exhibit. Fang's grip on my hand eases, and her fingers work to intertwine with mine. With what little light there is, I can make out Fang's smile. My eyes have adjusted enough that I can see Fang's eyes locked onto mine, the gossamer light making them glow. My lips press softly onto Fang's beak end in a chaste peck. Eep! Oi, give me a warning next time! Nah. I laugh even as her hip bumps me roughly. Our interlocked fingers prevent her from using her preferred elbow tactic. So, had fun? Maybe. I'll say yes if you delete that recording. Aw, but you were so cute. Just shut up. I'm sexy, damn it, not cute. Why not both? She glowers. Feel rested? A bit. I'll feel even more rested after some lunch, though. The fact that they did this whole thing in one morning is impressive to me. Sounds like a plan. The rest of our day was spent just relaxing on the pier. Snacks on the boardwalk. A bad sunburn on my neck. And a very relaxed girlfriend. Overall, mission successful. Except the sunburn. Ow. One month later. It's prom night. Okay. My old man was kind of sent over his blah 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 blah. Bit of sewing, wine stains, history, Naomi and her kipao, which, again, not gonna lie, looks very good. Great. Nasser will be out in a moment to invite us in. I'm sure Fang will be getting ready too. I've heard the two of you are going to prom together. Ladies and gentlemen, the next Sherlock Holmes. No, I just happen to be here in a suit to go golfing. Nothing more free than stealing from the neighbor's yard. You and Fang just made the cutest couple. Did you two sign up for prom, King? Nah, she said something about blah blah blah. Yeah, and you're doing stuff. Nasser's still in his Miami Vice getup. We enter, and stuff is talking. Yep, here we go. She's got a mixing bowl, making some cookies. Need to get pictures of you, us and Lucy, for a Polaroid camera. So, wonderful young man. To think Lucy would have such a wonderful young man to take her to prom. Ah, found it. Hold still, dear. And getting slapped in the face by the sun's dick. That's why Nash wearing the sunglasses. Gets the last of her makeup on. Meantime, take a seat. Cookies in the oven. And yeah. Just take it a little slower.
Ugh.
No intimidating the suitor!
Don't get funny ideas. Yes, sir. I'll take
the NASCAR.
Yeah. Once Fang gets done, we'll skedaddle. So until then, we just sit and chill?
We could take more pictures.
Please, no.
Oh, I would love to make this little photo op.
And we're back to the slideshow. Again, who's taking that last picture? Who's holding the camera? 30 photos later, and I never want to see another camera again. Have I made that exact same joke every round? I know I'm hurting for material, but... Your savior arrives.
Oh, Anon, you're already here.
And what is she wearing to this time? We've had delightful sundress, had her normal clothes, then there's been the gender non-conforming formal attire. We get...
Nice suit. Did you get it from the suit store?
Whoa! Okay! She really can rock that dress. When she said performance wear, she was not kidding. I appreciate that, Mr. Fang's dad. Ah, shit. Dad, stop scaring Anon. I'll scare who I want in my home. Fang's mom saves me, taking the mountainous pterodactyl by his head crest.
Now, dear. Anon is a lovely guest. Come on down and pose with pictures with everyone, Lucy.
Actually, stay up there so we can all rest. Har.
Best thing to do is get it over with. That's right. All right, everyone, group up together. This one's going on Christmas postcards for sure.
Kill me. Later. The onslaught of flashes continues. The four of us are directed to stand and pose together in every possible combination. After millennia, Fang's mother is satisfied. Or her camera ran out of storage. It's a Polaroid camera, she said. They actually have film. You don't store Polaroids. They print automatically. That's the point of a Polaroid. Nasser and Fang both crash onto the couch, rubbing their photo-bleached eyes. Even Naomi is holding her eyes closed. The whole thing left me parched. Hate to bother, but do you guys have any water?
The fridge dispenses water.
Cups are in the cabinet, closest on the right. Thanks. And now we get a lovely, touching little moment with the boyfriend and father, because it's always that. This is going to be the point where the point in the story where Anon is allowed to have that good old-fashioned one-on-one that will allow and will tell her dad that he is a fine, upstanding person, or at the very least will earn his respect in some small manner. What? Don't give me that look.
I didn't read the story before. I've just watched sitcoms since the early 80s, late 80s. I know how this shit works. Whoever wants to yell at me for being media illiterate can bite my shiny red ass. While pouring my glass of water, Naomi walks in after me. Well, then there's also her as well. Do we tell her off? Oh, you need a cup too. I'll grab you one. No, thank you. Actually, Anon, can I speak with you for a moment? Oh boy. Go ahead. I'm very happy that you and Fang are together now, but... I take a long, slow sip. But what? But I mean, just look at her! The school year's almost over and she's barely changed from being that weird punk goth type. Ah, refreshing. So? I mean, I thought you were trying to make her presentable, you know? Love me some water. Could you elaborate? But it's like you aren't even trying to fix her. Damn, now I need a refill. Could you stop that? I'm being serious here. No, keep going. I'm listening. A quick top up, and I'm good to go. Well, I figured you'd help her become more ladylike. I understand. How does that make you feel? Well, to be honest, I'd rather Fang not be a problem to me at all. I've tried everything, too, but even getting her a boyfriend doesn't work. It's harsh to ask, but when we go to prom tonight, I'd like you two to avoid us. It's supposed to be a special night. I see. Oh, really? That's great. And how does that make you feel, Fang? Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Well, since you've asked Anon, I'd be glad to share. Oh, Fang, I didn't see you there. You'd be surprised how effective staying quiet and stationary can be. How close you can get to someone without them knowing you're even there. I see. Very impressive. She takes after her father that way. Why do you look so surprised? Isn't me being invisible exactly what you want? Well, no, I was only planning. Oh, right, your plan. I've known for months now you were up to something retarded, but not what. But I totally get this. It's exactly something only you would come up with. Down to the whole thing crashing and burning. I mean, really, how could you mess this up? Literally, all you had to do was get some poor schmuck and get him to do everything for you. Hey, you can't even get one person to do what you want?
You know, I really like that.
Yep, me too.
Are we in the right theater?
Hey, Kitsu. Pretty sad, right, Anon? I could do that in seconds on a certain website. Man, not even a non can do it better. Huh. So basically, fuck your stupid plan, fuck your prom crown, and fuck you. 1 second.
Oh, lunch is ready whenever.
All right.
Love you. Have fun.
Yep.
Sorry.
Man, it's almost like I've been doing this for like 2 solid months. Fuck, I've been doing this for 2 solid months. In a flash, Fang strikes Naomi right across the face. And your dress sucks. Anon, you got the taxi number, right? We're gonna need to leave, like, right now. Yeah, I'll give him a call. Bye, Naomi. Enjoy your hat. We leave a speechless Naomi fuming in the kitchen and head towards the front door. Well, I was wrong. I was kind of hoping for the father-boyfriend moment, but whatever. I'm doing okay. How about you, Kitsu? I mean, we're actually getting the good ending in this game, so there we go. And are promptly intercepted by Fang's mother still holding her camera. I guess she found another card for it. It's a Polaroid again. You two look so darling together. We need more photos. I think we're going to be late if we take any more pictures. Yeah, Mom, we need to leave early so we can get everything all set up. And to avoid being anywhere near Naomi. To my surprise, she seemingly relents to Fang this time. Oh, fine. You'll be happy you have them when your own children are going to prom. An image flashes in my mind of me and Fang as parents. A bit early to think of something like that, and the blush on Fang's face tells me she's thinking the same thing. Mom! Make sure to have fun at prom, you two! I glance over, and Fang's dad catches me dead in the eyes. Home by midnight. I manage a nod as Fang grabs my hand and leads me out the door with her guitar in the other. Doing good, kind of scared of the tarot card reading in Azure Lane. May have to ask about what's going on with that. Let me call the taxi. I dial the number for the taxi service. City taxi service. Yes, you can come to the bus stop at... Got it. Click. Did he hang up on you? I don't know, maybe. The taxi skids around the corner, barreling towards the bus stop. In the last 10 feet, it slows to a graceful stop in front of us. Also, no, I did not watch how the last stream went. Poorly. It went poorly. The window rolls down. It's the same Velociraptor driver from before. Of course it is. A mild understatement. Go. Memes, you've been watching me for how long, and you realize you only are now realizing exactly how much of my humor is irony, sarcasm, and sardonic.
Yep, still got it.
How'd you get here so fast?
Was in the neighborhood.
The driver turns his head and looks over at us.
Hey, it's my favorite couple again. How's the leg, Skinny?
The driver chuckles as his own remark. I briefly considered calling a different cab, but decided to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's fine now, thanks for asking. This guy must stake out wherever we go. Are there any other taxi drivers in this town? I open the door for Fang when we climb in the back, fitting her guitar behind the driver's seat.
So, where you two lovebirds headed, old dressed all snazzy like that?
Volcano High, prom night. The driver uses a whistle in response.
Prom, huh? Sounds like one romantic night.
With that, he speeds off away, leaving Fang's house a shrinking spot in the rearview mirror. The drive back to school is rather calm, despite the driver going at least 30 miles over the speed limit the whole time. In the rearview mirror, the driver makes eye contact with me. The bottom of his eye curls, and I know exactly what he's thinking. His hand darts to the radio knob. Can't even stop him this time. Don't! The way I dance with you. Fang's heel digs in the back of the driver's seat, making him yell, Yee!
Sheesh, no wonder you call them stilettos.
The driver kills the radio, a smug grin of victory spreading across Fang's face. Eventually, the cab pulls into the school gymnasium, illuminated by the celebratory decorative string lights. I reach for my wallet to pay the toll, and the driver just gives me a wave.
You know what? It's on the house this time, kids.
Just have fun, you two. Nice guy. Okay, so in Azure Lane, they did a past, present, and future divination for the commander toward the end of the story event, and the past ended up with the star reversed, with the moon upright for present, and never revealed the card for the future. So yeah. Foreboding. We climb out of the back of the cab. The driver gives me a wink before the taxi screeches away in a cloud of carbon monoxide. I offer to carry Fang's guitar from here, which she gladly accepts. The students strung up various strings of lights along the overgrowths of vines around the school. All those are bad omens. Oh, I'll believe it. A rather impressive mural of King Rex is spray painted on the wall outside by the ticket booth. You could tell how recent it was by how there was smoke leaking out of the eyes and mouth. I think about getting a picture with Fang by it, but I think I've developed a serious case of photophobia. The line to get in isn't too long, and it only takes a few minutes to get inside. Inside is about as well decorated as the outside. More lights hang from the greenery and even the ceiling. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but it just sort of occurred to me. There's probably, like, vines and stuff throughout the entire building inside and out. Which only now makes me beg the question, why have I never considered or thought about this entire high school being anything, you know, like my gym partner's a monkey? If anybody remembers that cartoon from the the 2010s on Cartoon Network, it was a weird one. But it was literally like another Animal High School kind of thing with one human in it. Or at least there's one human main character. At any rate. More like, yeah, black. Those nerdy little Chinese lanterns are strung about from wall to wall. Gotta wonder who picked decorations that go perfectly with her dress. Perks of the job. Fang leads me to the temporary stage on the other side of the gymnasium where a curtain had been set up. Thanks to her guitar lessons, I feel like I can actually help her get her set up instead of standing around doing nothing. We slip behind the curtain and come face to face with King Rex, smoke billowing out of his mouth. Sup? Reed must be helping Spears with the sound system. Oh good, Reed's here. You can get everything set up like you usually do. You got it, amigo. With a mock salute, Reed takes the guitar case from my hand and promptly disappears behind one of the speakers. Only to return moments later with the guitar, now with a cable trailing behind him. Damn, he works fast. Yeah, he does. There's a reason he handles all this sort of stuff. The mumbling! Reed dusts off his hands and lets out a sigh, releasing another mushroom cloud of smoke from the costume. Man, I haven't talked to you guys in ages, you know? Not since the whole projector thing. You know, I sit 2 seats away from you in math. Why didn't you just talk to me then? Bro, I would be like, I would, but like, don't want to leave Trish alone. She's still super beating herself up over it. Don't want to isolate her even more, you know? Oh, and the one who did the divination, she called herself Madame M, but it is way too easy to figure out her actual name was Magician. That's funny. I would have thought for sure that she would have been like Medium Rhea. And then afterwards, when the whole storyline was over, you could go up and pat her on the back and say, "Well done, Medium Rhea." I'll show myself out. Alright, enough of that. All right, well, let's see. This is not an important choice.
You know, I think they were trying to make a point with that sketch.
What's the point?
You're right. Forget it.
The heckles are really just for when I make stupid jokes like that. Oh boy. All right. Okay. Okay, I know this is unimportant, but memes, I still have a freebie. Which one's the better? Which one's a more entertaining line, or does it not matter? Well, I knew it wasn't matter, but yeah, not matter. Okay, so let's. Weren't you gonna talk to her about it, Fang? I've been meaning to, but it's just sort of awkward, you know? I'll try talking to her soon, I promise. Trish is here, somewhere. She bought a ticket? Does she even have a date? Took advantage of my +1 deal for DJing tonight, dude. Don't think she wanted to dance with King Rex, though. Reed's shoulders slump a bit inside the costume. I can imagine. I think everything's set up now. We can just enjoy ourselves for the next 90 minutes. You guys going out? Yeah, see you later, Reed. He waves his goodbye and turns his attention back to the mixed table. You getting hungry? Yeah, actually. I saw there was a pretty big food table on the way in. Come on. Despite the selection of food being rather diverse and professional, Fang piles her plate with barbecue. Because of course you do. I myself end up with a bit of this and that, bites of sushi, various meats, a few of those tiny party sandwiches, and a few things I don't recognize but look tasty enough. Again, where the hell is this supposed to be? Los Angeles? Anyway. Viva Rock Vegas? Yeah. Spears told me Rosa helped cook most of this. That makes sense. How? This has to be at least a month's worth of food. Or, as my family would have it be, an average Thanksgiving. I don't know. She just did it. Is she here now? Probably in the kitchen, working her tail off, making more. We sit against the back wall to wolf down our servings, and Fang makes me go back to get her seconds. Eventually, she decides the black hole in her esophagus is satisfied. Man, these tickets were these tickets worth every penny or what? I'm not sure what those things were filled what those things filled with melted cheese were, but they were great. Let's go see what other crap there is to do here. How much time we got? Spears told me I should head back once the slow dances start. Thanks for the clip, Kitsu. Probably another hour or so. You know what? Speaking of dances, we should go hit up the floor while they're still playing the good stuff. What, you don't like slow dances? What I like are the bones in my feet. Wow. Fang takes my hand and leads me into the crowd of dancing teenagers. Reed actually has a pretty good selection of music going. Instead of whatever garbage was in the weekly top 40 list, he's been playing real music. Fang's already lost in the music, grooving along with the other students. Now would be a good time to mention I can't dance in any capacity, not just slow dancing. Can't just stand there like a spurg, need to think of something fast. Oh, stop being a dweeb, Anon. When in doubt, improvise. And the Oscar for Best Animated Picture goes to... fuck this is.
You know, I'm really gonna enjoy it tonight.
You plan to like this show?
No, I plan to watch television.
Woo boy! I bow my knees to the fast rhythm of the music. I just can't get over this. What the fuck? My hands mimic the reload animations from various first-person shooters I've actually played. For good measure, I spice it up with a couple of Dragon Punch moves from some Fightan cabinets. You do a Tatsumaku Senpukyaku? Fang seems glad I've joined in. She even tries to mimic a few of my moves. This reminds me of those old hand puppet shows. Yeah, the one with the popsicle stick puppets? Yeah. She then raises an eyebrow and her smile curls a bit more. Wait, Anan, are you... I'm not sure what you were expecting. Yeah, no, that's great. Keep doing it. Holy shit, you're weird. At least I'm not flossing like some of the faggots here. Oh, I'm so glad for that. Reed waves through the crowd and grabs Fang's shoulder from behind. Yeah, what the... Reed, why aren't you on stage? Autoplay. Don't worry about it. Something's come up. We're gonna need you a bit early. Fang hesitates. Damn it. Sorry, Nan. I don't mean to leave you like this. Things happen. Go ahead and fix whatever Reed tripped over. How did you... Never mind. Come on, there's no time. Good luck, Fang. Fang gives me a brief hug before following Reed out of the crowd, leaving me alone amongst a sea of sweaty teenagers. I should go get more of those cheese things from earlier. It's nice to eat like an actual human for once. On my way over to the catering table, something catches the corner of my eye. Trish. Sitting alone at the table on the back is Trish, blankly staring at her phone and not touching the plate of food in front of her. I really don't pay any mind to her, my focus solely on getting to the buffet table. She's still super beating herself up over it. Don't want to isolate her even more, you know? God damn it, Reed. I really don't feel like playing therapist again, especially at prom. But if she's still hung up over what happened then at least I can do is talk to her, right? Exactly. After getting another plate of tiny greasy delights, I begin to approach Trish. Worst case scenario, I get gored in her horn. And it's not as threatening as staircases. Is the seat taken? Trish looks up from her phone and her face flies through a myriad of emotions. Okay, with the description, it kind of reminds me of this general commercial where this girl and her date went to the prom and they ended up having to bring the general and Shaq with them. What? That may need parsing. With the description, it kind of reminds me of the general commercial where this girl and her date went to the prom and they ended up having to bring the general and Shaq with them. What are you on?
What are you on and care to share with the class? That okay, cool. This sounds like the thing for like the general car insurance. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the general and save some time. What could be worse? We could be going back to those old freecreditreport.com commercials. Oh, okay. So it actually was that. All right. So I did understand the assignment. I just didn't trust myself to. Cool. All right then. All right. So anyway, back to the confused tiny Tricera. At first confused, then fucking pissed, then aroused. Excuse me? Then back to fucking pissed. All in the space of an attosecond. Hey. Looking good in that dress. You too. Okay, Operation Confused Trigger is off to a good start. I hold out the second plate of morsels to her. I snagged these for Fang, but she had some last-minute stage issues to deal with. Thanks? I sit down next to her and tuck into my meal. Aren't you supposed to be with Fang? Why are you here? Well, she's got something to deal with, and I'm hungry. No, I mean here. To eat? For emphasis, I show her my half-finished plate. Oh, fuck no, as in right here! Oh, because it's prom. Before her hands can reach for my throat, I finish. And you're looking lonely. Ah, there we go. Trish locks up completely. Looking closer, I can see just how dry her eyes are. Man, she must have been crying a lot. I did notice that it's not on her model anymore. I wasn't. God damn it, mouth. Alright. I was just thinking. And like, how do I say this? Trish is focused completely on me now. Okay, brain, help me out here. I saw you sat here. No date, no friends, no nothing. Ah, bad choice. Trish's face sunk at each word. I was thinking about how lonely you were, which is something I know quite well. Instead of Shaq dancing formal like prom is supposed to be, Shaq literally took off his jacket and started dancing close to how they described Anand's way of dancing. Ah, okay. That's what you were talking about. I think maybe I missed that one particularly. But it would make sense. It's right up the alley for those weirdo commercials. Being alone and all. So, since I'm by myself now, and you were looking kind of lonely, I figured we could be lonely together. Make sense? Trish lets out a sigh. Why are you doing this? After everything I did, you should hate me for it. I sigh. Yeah, I mean, I still get called names and stuff. And Stella keeps trying to get me to watch shit with her. But fuck it. I won't have to see those fuckers ever again in a few weeks. That shit's gonna be in the past. But I've been meaning to, but it'd crush Fang if she never talks to their best friend again. Trish's eyes widen. So, peace? I hold out the second plate of food to her again. Trish takes the proffered plate. Her dry eyes start to water and a fragile smile grows on her face. Peace. Cool. Also speaking of, that food's probably cold now too. It's a bad joke, but it works in getting a simple laugh out of the Triceratops girl. I make quick work of the rest of my pot stickers, noting how Trish is ravenously devouring them. Ravenously? Huh, I guess she was looking a little thin. This month must have been hell for her. We sit in silence until the music changes to something much slower. Definitely not my kind of music. I peer over and see Trish staring lovingly at the couples dancing. Guess no one's bothered to ask her. Reed has. Then why not dance with him? I am not dancing with King Rex. Poor Reed. Well, how about with me? Do you even know how to dance? I can improvise? Let me rephrase that. Do you even know how to slow dance? There's a difference. Trish sighs in frustration. The things I put up with. All right, I'll teach you. Wait, what? I want to dance, and so help me, Raptor Jesus, I'm getting a dance.
Hey, you want to hear me sing?
Only if you sing solo.
Solo?
So low I can't hear.
We haven't even done any singing it lately. When Trish finds a spot she's satisfied with, away from most of the other couples and open, she turns back to me. Left hand on my hip. Now. Oh wow, she is short as hell. I need to actually reach so my hand plants itself on her hip. Okay, next. Trish's left hand takes my right, and her right hand is placed on my left bicep since she doesn't want to stand on her toes. Or mine. Now just step to your left. My left foot moves left. And bring your right foot next to it. Okay, that's one step. And that's it. Wow, dancing is simple. I'd also like to point out that for us, just for one small thing, there's a little bit of an unfortunate overlap in these
Show.
layers.
Statler and Waldorf sit up here. Show after show after show. Now I see why.
You see why they come?
No, I see why they left. Oh,
In the files, this is called Anon and Trish. Oh boy. Even worse considering that they probably knew exactly what they were doing with the overlay, considering this little bit of the background right here. This little dangly bit of the lantern looks like a nosebleed. Slowly, I find myself getting into the rhythm of the dance. Occasionally, Trish would give me instructions for a new step or move. One song and dance grew into 3 or 4. I lost track. But as we ease into the next song, I realize that Trish is starting to smile at last. Trish's face goes bright red. What was that? I think I was hungrier than I thought. Want to head back to the food table? Yeah, sorry. For what? Come on. I lead Trish out of the crowd and back to in the general direction of the buffet. Thanks for teaching me to dance. I'm coming for you if I hear Fang's got a broken toe. Noted. You go ahead. I'll wait at the bench we were at before. I gestured towards the tables of food. Oh, sure. Give me a bit. She heads off, and I go sit in the same spot on the bleachers as before. Meow. Well then, got some time to kill? Time to ship thunk. Whoa! Trish, warn me before you jump into the chair. D. My bad. Oh, Flint! Hello, Principal Spears. Is Fang doing all right? Yeah, she's still getting everything ready. I just wanted to have a word with you. Got a minute? Sure. When you first got here, I noticed you were a bit on the egotistical side, if I may say so. You've since become a fine young man. You were in a money situation, and you were able to get this much out of it. I can tell you're going places, son. I see. Thank you. Principal Spears leans over and places one of his gargantuan hands on my shoulder. I'm real proud of you. He pats my shoulder out of its socket and gets up. I won't keep you any longer. I have my own business to attend to in a moment. Giving Naomi and Nasser their crowns? It's a bit obvious, but I won't ruin their moment. All right, be seeing you. Later, Principal Spears. Meow. He marches away to get ready for the announcement. I check my phone to make my post. Hey, faggots, guess who's at prom? Later, virgins. Pickrell is my date. Whoa! What the blue Stella? I attach a picture I took of Stella earlier when her date was in the restroom. Neat. How did she end up with a football captain anyway? Moreover, that's your football captain? Whatever. 3, 2, 1. Refreshing. 40 replies and revenge for that soda can. Alright, sorry, I'm back. Holy Sharknado. Yeah. Holy Sharknado indeed. Trish slides into the chair Spears just left from. Did someone bend this? Spears. Oh. She puts her plate down. It's a veritable bake sale. Hey, you can't have dessert for dinner. Piss off. The music fades until all that's left is chatter. Spears takes to the stage with mic in hand for once. All right, everyone. Before we end tonight's prom, we have a couple of items to take care of. First thing is... Principal pulls a tiny gold sheaf envelope from his lapel and holds it up for the audience to gawk at. To announce prom king and queen. As much as it's probably going to be, it's likely just going to be Nasser and Naomi because he all but confirmed it a minute ago. How hilarious would it be if he ended up being like saying, "Fuck that," and gave it to like Stella and Mr. Footballer, or even Anon and Fang? He's not probably going to do that, but it would be hilarious. Oh man, I need to see a chiropractor. Well, this is a foregone conclusion. A few students are already congratulating Nasser as he's led by the arm by his handler. A drum roll, please. Reed steps onto the stage with a small block in his arms. He smiles and nods, pressing one of the myriad buttons on the block. A mediocre recording of the drum line plays over the speakers as Spears clears his throat and tears open the envelope. And your winners for the 1 mil 2020 class are Nasser and Naomi. He tosses the paper over his shoulder, and yanks crowns from a pocket inside his jacket. Because, of course. Spears backs out of the spotlight, giving a polite applause to the pair as they rush on stage to accept. The rest of the class is in a celebratory uproar. Spears offers the crowns to Naomi, who puts the larger one on Nasser's crest to droop off, and then dons the tiara, obviously perfectly fitted for her. The whole moment is picturesque, just like Naomi wanted. Thank you all so much, Volcano High. This is such an honor to receive. I don't really have a speech prepared, but in just one short year, we... All right, let's stay on schedule. I promised your parents we'd be out of here by 10. To close off this wonderful night, I've asked a student to play one final song for us. Now, I know she's played before with mixed results, but please give her a second chance. To finish up, please welcome Fang. Spears puts the microphone up and gives a welcoming applause as the cheap curtains draw open. Fang is standing on stage, front and center, guitar in hand. Wait, who? She was there last time, wasn't she? I'll just start recording. She scans the room, a nervous look creeping onto her face.
Wake me when the show starts.
It's already been on a while.
Wake me when it's over.
Another near perfect sentient alert. What? I really could not have picked him.
I now realize television has one major advantage over a live stage show.
Oh, what's that?
A television you can turn off.
I really could not have picked a better set of alerts. Those dicks! I start waving my arms in the air, trying to catch Fang's attention. Trish sees what I'm doing and whistles with her thumb and index finger. Who the?
That the weeb?
Only he would.
Match made for losers.
Fang notices us and some of the nervousness melts off her face. She takes a deep breath and starts strumming the first notes of her song. It took half a year, but she finally completed the song from the roof. The cascade of chords is a slow build that increases tempo gradually. Thinking back over all the practice sessions, Fang fretted over what exactly she would play. Turns out, a rock ballad fit perfectly. Both as a final song for prom, and as a summation of Fang. After all, as she plays her heart out on stage to the growing surprise and cheers of the crowd, this song is the best representation of her. Trish and I cheer Fang on loudly. The lyrics were composed together were a mix of her, admittedly overly flowery and edgy poetry from her wall, and my own shitposting. Surprisingly, it mixed well. Apparently the rest of my classmates thought so too. I spin around to get a better look at all the cheering students and immediately fix my eyes on Naomi. And she looks pissed. Nasser looks like he's enjoying the show, however. Not wanting to let the moment go to waste, I get my phone out and zoom in as stealthily as I can. I snap a picture of the seething prom queen before she stomps off, probably complaining about how her perfect night was ruined. Shameless someone other than her gets the spotlight for once. Satisfied that Fang will enjoy seeing the picture, I began pushing and squeezing my way towards the front of the crowd. As soon as Fang's lock with mine, I catch a look of unreserved glee on her face. That same look she had during their concert at Moe's, or when we even found Moe's in the first place. She is finally in her element and loving every second of it. Fang's voice is beginning to grow hoarse as she nears the end of her song. As the song reaches its crescendo, her final lyrics are echoed by the crowd and reverberates throughout the hall. Goodbye, Volcano High. Okay, I have one gripe about this scene. Can we have the music playing during this? How quiet is the music? I apologize if the music has been very quiet for all y'all over the time, but it is kind of loud in my ears too, so. Yeah, well, we'll just sit here and let this play for a while then, so you can...
What are we waiting for?
For it to get tacky.
Well, another first on this show.
How's that?
Well, it's the first time we've had to wait for it to get tacky.
Perfect. Perfect memes. It is a nice piece. Simple but nice. Her voice shakes as the words trail off, delivering a meteoric finale to her show. The guitar echoes for several seconds before applause begins to fill the air. Cheers that I didn't initiate this time. I begin to join in, but take notice of Fang's utterly stiff posture. Eyes wide, wings pressed against her back, legs locked like a statue. She looks like she's about to faint from shock. I realize I have an opportunity here and stone the fuck up. God damn it, I'm going to take it. I push my way on through the crowd and jump up on the stage, taking the nearly catatonic Fang into my arms. Standing on the embrace, in an embrace on stage, my mind barely registers the crowd of students in front of us. Fang gasps and snaps back to reality. I can see the embarrassed mirth playing across her beautiful eyes. And look at her! No thought at all, I press my lips against hers.
This is a thought.
What's that?
After this show, nothing hurts.
Behind me, I can hear the audience's cheers grow
I
louder.
thought for once the show really caught fire.
I thought it burned itself out, same as always.
I can hear Rosa and Stella's wolf whistles inside the crowd. I can even make Nasser, Trish, and Reed's own supportive calls. It's a picture-perfect moment. Wait, missing one thing. I extend one arm out to Naomi, who I know is suffering from rectal Ragnarok by now, and raise one finger in particular at her. Ah! There. Picture perfect. The cool night air feels absolutely amazing after we spent so long in this sweatbox of a gym. When I had brought up calling the taxi to take us home, Fang insisted on walking instead. Oh, that last one... One of those has actually been around for a bit, Kitsu. But yes, I have added some new heckles. And I couldn't turn her down after she gave me the look. Feels fucking nice now. Her wings flutter and surprises me when droplets of sweat are sent flying from them. Yeah, nice and breezy. Okay, I really do need to turn that music down because it is real loud in my ears. My arm finds its way around her waist, and Fang takes the hint and starts walking closer with me. In companionable silence, we find ourselves drifting nowhere near Fang's home. The quiet streets of town are lit well enough, yet provide a more interesting mystique to it. It's as we pass by the park we had visited so many months ago that my phone buzzes in my pocket. And Fang's hip. The startled noise from Fang's mouth was part eardrum shattering and part fucking hilarious. No, shut up. Her hip collides with mine, forcing my still buzzing phone roughly against my leg. Sorry, one sec. A check of it shows I'm getting dangerously close to my midnight curfew. Also, Reed had been texting me several pictures in rapid succession. All of them depict King Rex dancing with every girl I know except Fang. Even Naomi, with a face fueled by pure cethium. Ooh, nice. And Stella, with a blurred gray elbow barely in frame. Reedman, yo, I got my dances!
Also, swing by the hospital sometime. Bring my backpack. He really does it to himself. Right, the curfew. Before I can pocket my phone, Fang stops my hand. Anan. There's something I wanted to do before we get home. Where are you hiding your smokes? That dress doesn't look like it has any pockets. Not that. Trish and Spears stole my slow dance. Oh. Oh. Out here, though? Why not? No one else is here. I look around and see that she's telling the truth. Well, okay, any... Before I can ask for a music request, Fang yanks my phone out of my hand and is already looking for one online. Ah yes, phone yanks my Fang out of my hand. The music is tiny and tinny coming out of my phone's ratty speaker. Okay, just like I saw with you and Trish. Wait, do you not know how to slow dance? I can improvise? I chuckle as my hands find its place on her hip and takes her other. Alright, I think she said like this. I try to explain Trish's instructions to Fang as we slowly move to the barely audible rhythm. And between the two quiet music, the constant footsteps from Fang, and my own idiocy giving bad instructions, we find ourselves in a close embrace beneath the streetlights, now just swaying along and loving each other's company. Two weeks later. Time seemed to fly after prom, honestly. Probably the stress of finals, and graduation rehearsals, and graduation itself. I nearly gouged out my eardrums having to sit through Naomi's speech. Of course the bubblegum blockhead was the valedictorian. Her speech, rehearsed as it was, still sounded like we were at a funeral. Even now, I think she's still seething from prom night. Or maybe it's the photo of her face that's currently circulating through a certain Albanian card trading chat room. Infinitely better than any reaction I could have made. About a week after, Fang came to me with news that Trish got the idea for a celebration and Nasser was organizing it. Nasser organizing any party meant that he'd make sure nobody had any real fun, so Fang convinced him to split up the work between the rest of us. It was Fang's job to get the pizza. I, the broke fuck that I am, was put in charge of the fire and finding a good pit for it. Oh really? You people are good at making fires, right on? I wonder if I can sue him for hate speech. That aside, the party is at St. Hammond Beach, which is just below the cliffs that make the town's namesake. The sun is already set when we got there, the starry sky illuminating the whole place in a pale blue. I got to the site a bit earlier and got to set up an impressive fire pit with meticulously set stones surrounding it, and logs set in an ideal tower for an overnight blaze.
Wow! Look, there's a bag full of fruits and vegetables up here.
Perchance Statler and Waldorf were thinking of throwing a party.
Well, this much food won't go very far.
Well, they only wanted to throw it as far as the stage.
Oh, for sure.
Everything is ready. So where is everyone else? We agreed to meet at 7, right? Right as I reach into my pocket for my phone, a van chugs onto the sand from the distance. It stops right in front of me and Trish flies out the side door, gasping for breath. You look like you just got choked out by Spears. He just points back to the van. The driver's door opens, letting out a gust of smoke from within. Reed emerges from the cloud as if nothing's wrong. Reed, your car. Oh yeah, you like it? It's an electric. Trish collapses in the sand. Before I can check if she's still breathing, a stereotypical mariachi car horn catches my attention. I swing around and catch Stella and Rosa exiting a hot pink Prius, each with a pair of phone speakers in their hands.
Waving to them, my focus returns to Reed, now helping Trish off the ground. Diverting my attention back at my masterpiece of a fire pit, the realization slowly dawns on me that I have nothing to start the fire with. Need a light, amigo? Before I can respond, he reaches into a pocket and fishes out a lighter, which is promptly tossed my way. Catching it out of the air, I can only briefly catch the words "fuck communism" engraved on its side when I hear yet another car approaching. I don't think an electric car should smoke like that. You think Reed should smoke like that? Recognizing it by sound alone, I see the NASCAR glide to a halt next to Rose's car. That name might still be dumb as hell, but I gotta admit it's growing on me. Fang emerges from the back seat and waves at me. She hunches into the car to get the pizza boxes and starts striding towards us. Come on, babe, please. You know she didn't do it on purpose. Naomi erupts from the car in a frothing rage, her shirt noticeably stained an orange red. Ah! Huh. I wish I did. Oh yeah, the box on top is a bit messed up. Long story. How on earth did you throw a pizza on me from the back seat and get it back in the box? Nasser, bro. You were driving the whole time, right? Yeah, why? Just a feeling. This stuff has been happening ever since that picture of me was posted online. Relax, babe. It's the start of the summer. Here, take my jacket. Nasser starts sliding the jacket off his back and... What the? What is this non-Euclidean bullshit I see before me? Why is there a second jacket below the first? Reed taps my back and pulls my eyes away from the spatial anomaly. Hurry up and start the fire, man. I got the booze already. Once the bonfire was set up...
Well, shall we leave? Why should we leave now? The worst part's over.
Once the bonfire was set ablaze, Stella and Trish started setting up the speakers around in a radius. Are you sure these will be loud enough? They're only a few dollars at the supermarket. Oh yeah, those will be louder than the Carf this time. Why would coffee be louder than a stereo? Anyway... Reed drops the ice chest he was holding in the sand. Went all in, man. Got the name brands and everything. Ooh, Stella? And I don't mean the Stego, I mean Stella Artois. I'm surprised you got Nasser to let you bring this stuff. Nasser returns to the rest of the group, wearing his jacket again. Got me to agree to what? About that. You brought alcohol. I mean, I usually call it liquor, but... Darn it, Reed. We're all underage, and you know even if I were to agree, Naomi would pitch a fit. Dude, we all just graduated. If now isn't the time to live a little, then when? Nasser hesitates. Besides, I did think of you and Naomi. Huh? Yeah, I got a special brand just for the two of you. Great beginner stuff. Whatever. I'll try to keep Naomi from calling the police. Fine. You're a real bro, man. If everyone's ready, let's get this started. Soon enough, the pizza and booze are passed out, and we're all sitting in the sand around the blazing fire and the weekly top 40 list playing on the speakers. Everyone is conversating amongst themselves. Those two loosened up a little. Are totally in. Come on, you look great in it. No fucking way that's fucking real.
Beach maid? Have you been sneaking Reed's stash again? And another thing, her song wasn't even that good. Why was it us who gets the short end of the shtick? I mean, I liked it. You've said that 1,000 times already. You know, I'm something of a gardener myself. Oh, really? You should have joined the gardening club back at school. We have the loveliest little poppy bed. Poppies, you say? The coincidences keep popping up, don't they? Piling up. And the robots are powered by their blood. Super cool, right? I hesitate to ask if that's a Blood Sea reference. Alright, Stella was talking to me. Forgot why I was zoning out for a bit. Why are you so grumpy? Sure, yeah. Great. I'll get my copy and we can watch it at your place sometime. Oh, bring Fang too. She'd love this movie too. Did I just agree to something? Oh, enough about Escaflowne. Okay. Wasn't Escaflowne. It wasn't just Blood Sea, it's Escaflowne. Now, if this is Blood Sea... She brings a small box from her front pocket. Oh, okay. Ugh. I got a new set of tarot cards. You want to be the first to use them? I mean, if you want to go for something non-alcoholic, you could have grabbed Kunder Punch. True. Well, I don't see why not. Stella shifts to a crisscross position and fans out all the cards for me to pick from. I pull one out and turn it over. The Lovers. The illustration depicts a human and pterosaur in embrace. I raise an eyebrow at Stella. What's that look for? Oh, come on. Oh, you know, the heart of the cards and all that. Screw your Yu-Gi-Oh! Go ahead and keep that one. I sigh and tuck the card into my jacket pocket. You did that on purpose, didn't you? Stella's not-so-innocent smile tells me all I need to know. I think it's so cute. Rosa and Reed apparently finished their botanical conversation and were listening in on Stella's entire fortune. Oh, do me next, man! Maybe later, Reed. Reed deflates a bit, and my attention returns to the inebriated couple behind him. Why did you even give Nasser to get him that wasted? Reed glances behind him, throwing his head back in laughter. Little party trick, bro! He grabs one of Nasser's empty cans and tosses it in my lap. Holding it up to the light, I barely make out the words non-alcoholic written in microscopic font. So you mean they're totally sober, dude? Perfect. You called it, Kitsu! It's my turn to laugh at the pair making fools of themselves when Fang suddenly gets up and starts walking towards the parked cars. Got something I want to do. Be right back. I give her a smile and turn back to Reed. We can still mess with them, man. Watch this. Hey, Nasser, what's your plan now that you're, like, out of school? The two virgin drunks turn their attention to us, Nasser clearly deep in thought. Oh, man, like, I'm gonna go be a neurosturgeon. My bad boy's so smart. Gross. I lean towards Reed and lower my voice. Should we tell them? Ah, dude, Naomi's having fun for like the first time ever. So, tomorrow then? Definitely tomorrow, bro. Reed lets out a sigh and turns back towards me. So, like, for real though, what are you gonna do now that school's over, man? Honestly, that's a good question.
This one doesn't affect the ending in any way, does it, memes? Wait, I know we're already getting... No. Okay, cool. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking of doing something with music. Maybe becoming a sound engineer?
Oh, nice, dude. You can be the band's sound tech when you're done.
Yeah, something like that. What about you?
Me? Flow with the goat, dude. Like the dinos of old. Gotta get in sync with the universe first, you know?
Right. What about... I'm gonna get my cosmetologist license and open my own horn salon. The miniature Triceratops bursts out from the other side of the bonfire, catching me off guard. We'll do hair and horns and piercings and... Oh, engravings too! Fang even said that I'd be your first customer. I've told you 1,000,000 times by now. Fang returns from wherever it is she went, now carrying an object in her hands. The flickering light of the bonfire is enough to illuminate the cover of the school yearbook she's holding. Without a word, she walks in front of us, conspicuously carrying the yearbook right towards... You're not gonna burn your yearbook, are you? That thing was like $80. What? No, how drunk are you, you dork? This many. I hold up 3 fingers. Though, why is it suddenly 9? Gonna need some more beer to fix that. God, Anon, I was thinking we could all, I don't know, sign it. I saw a lot of others doing that. Oh. I always thought it was a silly tradition. I think back to all the yearbooks I have back home. I think back to all the photos from high school graduations from around here that would do that exact same thing. You sign the parchment border of that photo, and it's like, I know of nobody that has those things hanging up anywhere. And how they're all blank inside the cover. Totally just a silly tradition. Why else would I even have one of these things? Your mom? Aside from my mom. Me first, me first! Trish is already fumbling through her hoodie pocket for some writing implement. Well, yes, I would love to, Fang. Oh, I know exactly what to write. First, let me do a palm reading. I'll sign it too. Woo! The yearbook makes its way around the fire, each of us leaving some meaningful message on its inside covers. I'm the last to receive the book, and I look at what each of our friends wrote. You'll always be my best friend, no matter what happens, Lucy. Trish. Lucy? Nah, Fang will always be Fang to me. I still think Lucy's a better name. Stay frosty, Reed. Wow, he even drew King Grux, complete with fire breathing. Even the most wilted flower nourishes under God's light, flourishes under God. Rosa. I think reading that one counts for my next few church visits. Amen, Raptor Jesus. No, it doesn't, but it's close. The future is something that you build by yourself. So close to kneecapping her with this book. Fucking Sailor Moon. I can't decipher either Nasser's or Naomi's. Nasser's looks like a bunch of chicken scratched scribbles, while Naomi's looks like her chickens went to college and got a doctorate. Anon, hello? You've been staring at that page for the past 5 minutes.
That was an amazing mess of mediocre mediocrity.
You can say that again.
Wanna bet?
Another perfect alert. Right. Just, thinking of what to put. Okay, and on something meaningful, something that'll remind Fang of you every time she reads it. What will you write? Really?
Why do we always come here?
I guess we'll never know.
It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show.
Perfect. I hand the yearbook to Fang. She skims the page, then shakes her head.
Really, Anon? You're such a dweeb.
It was very fitting, if you ask me.
As the night draws on and the temperature falls, we move closer to the fire. My fingers find themselves interlocked with Fang's, and her wing drapes over my shoulder as a natural blanket. I can't help but smile as we slowly drift off to sleep around the campfire. I can regret the hangover tomorrow. Right now, I just want to enjoy the night with my friends. Six months later. After prom night and graduation, life slowed down. I have been accepted to a college a few states away for a degree in sound engineering. No worries about school, except for the lunch card I still had to pay back. Mo had been kind enough to give me a summer job to help with that. Nice! Though I don't think I can talk about some of the things I've seen. Nicer! I'll never be able to look at marinara the same way. There are some odd things that happen in the back of the house. I doubt it's all that bad, though. But pasta-based trauma aside, it's now the day after Christmas. I'm sitting on my bed, looking through one of my favorite presents. Fang's mom was right. I am happy about all those photos. As I look through the scrapbook spread across my lap, I can't help but reminisce about the best year in my life. Oh, there's Fang. I have to contain my laugh, but Fang looks ridiculously cute curled up beside me in my bed. Curled up around my pillow, suckling on her thumb. Oh, really? I'll go back to the scrapbook, enjoying the memories I've shared with my friends. And to think I wanted to stay a loner when I first got here. Beep, boop, beep. I'm up. I'm up. The loud noise of Trish's present makes Fang bolt upright. Oof. And sends me tumbling onto Reed's present. The new Metal Gear Rainbow Mark II bumps against my face, turns, and continues eating the crumbs off my new carpet. Even from the floor, I can say that both were really thoughtful gifts. Reed was right. The carpet really helped to tie the room together. Anon, you here? On the floor. Fang's face appears over the edge of my bed. Why are you on the floor? Yoga? Right. Man, I really do need to like a... I sit up from the floor and shiver. Full Caldera Bluffs may not get snow, but the cold air on the ocean definitely make the town cold as shit. I crawl back onto my bed and try to find my spot that I warmed. Fang, you stole my warm spot! In fact, she's taken up the entire bed. Her springs? Yes, her springs. They go springy, springy. Her wings are spread wide, and all of my blanket has been piled over her. Mine! Come on, you gotta let your boyfriend freeze. Yes. That's just cold of you. She groans at my pun but acquiesces, holding open the blanket and shuffling over. Hurry up, you're letting the warm escape. I slide in. So 1 to 3, I'm guessing, are all military endings? No. 2 and 3 are. 1... Just watched episode 6. I slide into the blanket next to her, my arms automatically wrapping around Fang's waist and drawing her against my chest. Her beak rubs against me as she hums. Ah yes, cuddles. Best way to spend a cold day. Yes, Kappa is perfect. Damn right. I chuckle and reach for the scrapbook. You're looking at that again? Yeah? Her face glows a soft pink in embarrassment. Aw, someone's embarrassed. And someone is about to be on the floor again. Vroom. Beep boop beep. I think Mark II would like the company. Sheesh, you're always so grouchy in the morning. I laugh even as her elbow digs into my chest. Watched 1 and 3, probably not 2. Okay, so you've seen... Okay, you've seen Army, right? Because that's the one we got first. We've finished that one up in episode 5. Episode 6 was endings 1 and 2. And we ended up doing 2 first, then 1. So if you want to see ending 1, you have to watch to the end of the last one we did last week. Fang crawls on top of me and puts all her weight down on my lungs. I only laugh more. Not like Fang can do what a staircase could. Stop. Cuddles now. Scrapbook later. Alright, cuddles it is. She squeals when I roll us onto our side, bringing us face to face. I can feel my own face glow as warm as hers. Okay, so yeah, I've seen both of them then, for I remembered Shaved Fang. Okay. So you remember Shaved Fang, so that was ending 2. I place a chaste kiss on the end of her snoot, eliciting some giggles from Fang. What did I say about that? About what? Kissing that? I'm gonna need to be more specific. Kissing my nose? Oh, you mean this? I kiss her snoot again. Ugh, stop messing with the snoot! I chuckle again. Fuck. I made you say it. Fucking insufferable. I kiss the snoot one final time and get another elbow as my reward. Insufferable. I snatch the scrapbook at last. Fang groans and hides her face in my chest. Why do you like that thing so much? Because your mom was right. Fang groans again. Come on, there's some embarrassing pics of me in here too. Like you making out with an anime girl again? Okay, not that embarrassing. I turn onto my back and Fang adjusts herself to lean on my shoulder. The rest of our morning is spent cuddled in my bed, going through the scrapbook together. When lunchtime rolls around, I have to face reality and make something to eat. Especially since no restaurant in this city will deliver to this neighborhood. Alas, I must leave the warmth of the bed to make lunch. This is gonna suck. Where the thing? I'd rather just carry the blanket around. Mine! Pfeh. I reach under the bed to retrieve the bag I tried hiding, and pull out the jacket from within. 2 expertly stitched gorilla heads stare back at me, with the text, Monkey Fur Liff, embroidered in gold thread. I still don't know if Nasser is racist or if he really is just that clueless. This is great. It looks freaking fantastic. I don't know why you don't want to wear it. Oh, I know it's monkey. And you don't see anything wrong with this? Nope. You realize that last month was Homo History Month, right? What's that have to do with an ugly jacket? I'll sue them later. Alright, here I go. I zip the abomination on and step out of bed, the wall of cold stinging my toes. Such a bad jacket. Carbonara sound good? Why do you make it so weird? Most people just use tomato sauce. Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to know the answer to. Anybody who says that it's just tomato sauce has never had really good pasta before. Seriously. Like, I personally myself really prefer a white sauce than red, generally. But yeah, a good carbonara will knock the pants off of anybody that thinks marinara is the ideal pasta sauce. I crack 4 eggs, separating the yolk from the whites and saving them in a Tupperware for later. Maybe a simple custard pudding for dessert later. Damn, this guy knows how to cook. I grab some bacon, cheese, and milk from the fridge, grating a healthy handful of cheese into the yolks and mixing with a splash of milk before dicing the bacon. Oh, this is making me hungrier than I was before already. Boiling some water in the kettle to save time, I measure out the appropriate amount of spaghetti and toss it in the pot with the water and some salt before grabbing a pan and setting it on the stove. Alfredo trounces marinara. Then again, I can't really say that much since I think even plain noodles with butter and salt are great. Everything you have said is true, memes. Everything you have said. Stop acting like you're on the cooking channel, Anon. I start frying the bacon to render out the fat before adding in some pre-chopped garlic, sautéing it until it's fragrant. So imagine this barbecue sauce, pineapple, noodles, and ham cubes. I'm not going to say no. Grill the Parmesan. Grill the pineapple. All right. Yeah. Grill the pineapple. Fry the noodles. Like, do a pan fry noodle. Use the yeah. You saute the ham. Get a nice little crisp on that. Then you put the noodles in that. Toss that in there and get some of that crispy on the noodles as well. You take the grilled pineapple. You take your grilled pineapple. You put that in right at the end. Doing so, add in not a full barbecue. I would use like a Japanese barbecue sauce for that. Drizzle that into the pan, toss that a few times, and then serve that. Serve that. Little grate of Parmesan on top of that. That sounds amazing, actually. Have I mentioned I went to culinary school? Because I have. When the bacon turns crispy, just in time for the spaghetti to finish cooking, I remove the pan from the heat while throwing in some of the pasta water to bring down the temperature. The final step was to add the yolks, cheese, and milk to the bacon and garlic with some more pasta water and toss it with the spaghetti until it all came together as a creamy, salty, and delicious lunch. This guy learned his shit at Moe's. All in less than 10 minutes. It's all ready. All right, Rainbow, nap time. Move to the rug so we can eat. Fang grumbles and starts shifting in the bed, so I turn my attention to making the plates. I grab a few sodas from the fridge and place everything on the new rug for an indoor picnic setup. Fangs moved from being wrapped up on the bed to being wrapped up on the rug, laying on her stomach. Her feet wagging back and forth in a pair of plush green dino slippers. Better hurry, in this weather, this'll get cold in minutes. Then again, the computer's right there. I could always try running the Snoot coin miner. That sounds like it'll only work once. True. We both start eating the pasta. While I take the classic approach of just slurping the noodles, Fang has a harder time and resorts to just twisting the fork around and eating a whole clump at once. You plan on enjoying any? Ish, good. Like the, cheese. Why, thank you.
Eventually, lunch is reduced to greasy plates and crushed soda cans. Fang moves your trash aside and rests in her arms. Oh, I just remembered. I have something else for you. Another Christmas present? You'll see. I take my phone from my pocket and lay it face up on the carpet. Your phone? Hold on. From under my bed, Rainbow Mark I hums to life and instinctively makes a beeline for the phone. It struggles a bit due to the small package strapped around it like it's a pack mule. That's funny. Fang has to raise her arm after it bumps into her to let it pass. How do you get the phone Roomba to know when there's a phone nearby? It reaches my phone and starts happily scraping the dust from it. Impressive. You get Reed to make it do that for you? Maybe. However, that's not what I wanted to show you. This is the problem with characters with, like, deeply pronounced facial features. Like, I guess, like, one, like, for Fang here, for one. But if you've also seen, like, character costumes of, like, Peppa Pig, or even some stills from Phineas and Ferb, straight-on facial... straight-on portraits like this just look strange with characters that you normally see, like, in side profile, especially with, like, super pronounced facial features. I remove the small package from the robot and hand it to Fang. Go ahead. She examines the box carefully before removing the paper packaging. Sliding the box open reveals an amber pendant on a silver chain. There, that looks better.
I thought for once the show really caught fire.
I thought it burned itself out, same as always.
I take the necklace from the box and hold it up for both of us to inspect. As the amber dangles in the air, it catches the light from outside and glows the same brilliant orange as her eyes. Anan, it's beautiful. Here. I take the pendant from her hands and hold it open to put around Fang's neck. She holds her hair up for my hands to reach across. I try to fumble with the clasp. It's a bit tricky with the wings getting in the way. The tip of her beak is mere centimeters from my face. There. It does look really good. Fang lets her hair down again and holds up the pendant. I question whether or not you needed to put it beneath the shirt collar, but This is... Thank you, Anan. The moment I saw it, I knew it would have been perfect. I knew it would have been the perfect present. Speaking of presents... She gestures her snout to the ukulele resting against the corner of my room. You gonna try playing that? I could, yeah. Do that song I taught you. I happily oblige and rip off the bow still wrapped around the small instrument. I'm not singing for you. You know that, right? Fang giggles as I begin plucking away at the tiny little strings, producing a very familiar melody. She starts thumbing her new pendant absent-mindedly. My shrill rendition more resembled that first time Fang played it on the rooftop than her energetic performance at prom. Despite my occasional fumbling, it still possesses that same nostalgic tone it always had. When Fang begins humming along, I soon find myself joining in to make the song sound complete. I wish moments like these could last forever. But, just like the music in the air, they always do, and before long, we reach the end of the song. A comfortable silence fills the room after the notes fade. I love that song. I hope so. You wrote it, after all. Yeah, but you know, we... Her thought is interrupted by a knock at the door. You expecting company? I give her a puzzled look in return before getting up and heading to the door. My momentary fear of it being a potential addict or murderer are quelled upon opening the door, revealing... Principal Spears? What are you doing here? Our ex-principal is squeezed in the narrow hallway, holding a delicately wrapped gift in his hands. Anon, I trust that you had a good Christmas. This is a bit strange. Normally, I wouldn't visit a former student like this, but I intend on making light on my offer during the school year. Making light? He extends his gift towards me, and I cautiously accept, beginning to open the wrapping paper. Inside is a box set of some anime I've never heard of before. Rurouni Kenshin? Ooh, good choice. As I said, I am always open to giving some quality anime suggestions. What's funny is that I also went to culinary school, but I didn't continue because I failed the kitchen test because we focused a lot with our noses in the books. Ah. That'd do it. Ultimately, I ended up transferring into hospitality management, mostly because a lot of the stuff in the culinary arts stuff was art. And by art, I mean modern art, as opposed to actually cooking. Plus, if you've ever seen a cold foods competition, yeah, it's depressing. It smells worse. I think you'll find this quite enjoyable. Thank you, Principal Spears. Spears gives a fatherly smile as I shake his hand. I hope you and Fang enjoy the rest of your holidays. Thanks, yeah. I've had fun exchanging gifts with my friends. I can see you're wearing a new jacket now. He stares with a certain thinly veiled disgust creeping on his face. Anon, I get we live in a post-racial world and all. But come on, have a little pride in yourself. Fang struggles to keep her laughter in behind me. No, that's cool, Mr. Spears. I'm taking Monkey back. If you say so. At any rate, I shouldn't keep you too long. You sure? I have some leftover lunch if you want to stick around a bit. I really appreciate the offer, but I have my own plans for lunch with my family. Alright, thanks again for stopping by. Had to do it at least once before you leave next month. Be seeing you, Fang. Fang throws a hand wave back at him. Completely ignoring the door that she hasn't been wearing pants this entire time. Spears clambers out of the door and shuts it behind him, leaving just Fang and I in the room again. That's right, you're leaving next month. Fang curls up in the blanket. Yeah. I sit next to her on the ground and wrap an arm around her shoulder. Do you really have to go? Can't you just go to community college here in the city? You've seen the acceptance letter, Fang. I got a scholarship to stay there at a fraction of the cost. I can't just pass that up. Also, the group that I was assigned to liked using cayenne pepper a lot on everything they made. Ooh. Yeah, that can be that's a bit overwhelming. But 5 years? You got plans of your own, don't you? Yeah? So? We're still gonna talk, obviously, but... Fang takes a deep breath. I'm not doing a distant relationship. Oh. Oh, wow. Is this a breakup? Because ow my fucking heart. Fang shakes her head from side to side slowly. Oh, thank fuck. I don't want to break up, Anon. But I was thinking... You've been helping me ever since you got here. Yeah, and you've helped me too. I know. But you're leaving for college. So... I... want to do some thinking. More thinking? Wow, that's new for you. The plastic plate bounces off my head harmlessly.
ass. Fang giggles as I fake like I'm on a soccer pitch. I want to do more thinking, self-reflecting. This entire year has been one of the best in my life. Amazing what 1 year will do, right? And I want more of them like this. But with you gone, I gotta make them good on my own, you know? I get you. I pull Fang closer, my chin resting atop her head. So, not breaking it. No, just... A break? She giggles again. Yeah, a break sounds right. Not breaking up, just taking a break. Plus, I'm not leaving for a few weeks. Fang perks up. True, that's a few weeks to cram in all the cuddles I'll be missing. Cuddles or cuddles? Fang's grin is just shy of mischievous. On the bed, now. I'm collecting on those cuddles right now. Yes, ma'am. Five years later. July 17th. Year 201M 2025 BC. Vol Caldera Bluffs. Weather conditions, hot as tits. The evening sun is boiling hot, and I'm reminded of one of the myriad of reasons why I first loathed living here. The sweat dripping in my eyes makes it difficult to see anything 5 feet in front of me. Like a runt of a tree planted in the sidewalk that I swerve to avoid. The air is hot and humid, and I can feel my body grow heavier as I get closer. I can't determine if it's from the sweat soaking my clothes or the welling trepidation inside me. It's been 5 years since I've seen anyone here. I've kept in touch with all of them. But to see them again in person? It's the sounds that reach me first. The chatter of people milling about. Bro! It's been too long. It was only 5 years. I can make out the building now. I use a sleeve of my shirt to wipe the sweat from my eyes and brow. I look at the name written on the arch over the entrance. Volcano High. Still the perfect setting for a horror game, or maybe a shitty wad. The attempt at humoring myself just made me feel more anxious. A check on my phone says I'm 30 minutes early. Wonderful. I move to the entrance, only to see all of the steps occupied by 20-somethings waiting. Be perfectly honest, I think I kind of preferred his look in ending 3 better, but yeah, whatever. Yo, this the line? Anon? A hobo raptor at the top of the steps pulls his oversized shades down to peer at me. Apparently some person on the internet made an article about the difference between cuddles and snuggles. Sounds like an academic paper of someone that had too much time on their hands and/or government money. Hey, Anon! What's up, dude? I immediately recognize his voice. Hey, Reed, what's happening? You seem to certainly have, changed? Why do you look like, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but... You look homeless, Reed. What? Dude, I'm not a hobo. I'm the richest raptor in the world, guy. I think Reed's lost it. What'd you say, man? What? Nothing. No idea what you're talking about. So how'd you get to become the richest raptor in the world? You wouldn't believe it, man. See, it all started with... Reed proceeds to run his mouth off about a bunch of gibberish, probably crypto. I cannot understand anything he's saying. I think I heard pharmaceutical business at one point. And then it was brought here by the birds, dude. So what have you been up to, man? You look like you haven't changed a day. It's not as exciting as your story, honestly. I just went off to college, got my bachelor's, and now I'm just a sound engineer. Sounds pretty sweet, dude. We stand there for a moment in the blazing heat. Yeah, they say that cuddles is more sexual than snuggles. I can see the difference. Dude, it's fucking hot out here. You want to get inside? They got drinks and shit. Definitely. I need some air conditioning. We quickly moved along to the gymnasium. Ah, so much less tacky without the Chinese lanterns. Man, it hasn't changed. Takes me back. Yeah, it takes me back too, man, to like last week when I was here, crashing because I'm homeless. Hold on, have you signed in yet? No, didn't know I had to. Reed gestures to the sign-in table. The clerk is crouched behind the table, sorting through a box. Rosa or Stella? I go over to write in my John Hancock, and the person behind the counter stands up. My nose is assaulted by the pheromones of perfumes that probably cost more than a year's salary. Nope! Naomi! I was wrong! Oh! Anon, you made it! Yeah, I did. Richest raptor, and yet Reed can't get good pants. Did you see that they were ripped? Life been treating you well? Oh yes. Just last year I moved in with my dear Kanye-saurus. Did Nasser start a rap career or did you break up? What the fuck is this world anymore? Real shame about his last presidential run. Oh, he got over it. There's always 2028. Presidential Yeezys shall rise again, he says. What the fuck? That reminds me, have you seen Nasser's college posts? He got top marks on his last exam. No, I lost touch with him about 3 years ago. Oh, sorry. How about work then? I haven't been working, mostly staying back at home and looking after the kids. Sounds like you got a pretty good deal going on. I turn around to see a short line forming behind me. Sorry to keep you so long. I'll get out of here. Thanks for catching up, Anon. When we're done, we can chat more. Okay, that one was a weird one. I go rejoin Reed, and we enter the gymnasium together. The setup is rather similar to that prom night all those years ago, albeit without the foreign decor. Young men and women mingle with small drinks and party foods across the floor. You push out for all the fancy stuff for prom, but not the homecoming? Reunion? Apparently Kanye-saurus is actually a thing. You're going to make me look, aren't you? You're going to make me frickin'... Okay, that's Kenya-saurus versus Kanye-saurus, which is different. But it was... I know that Kanye-saurus is Kanye West. I caught that reference immediately. Kept it to myself, but I had a good sardonic groan at the reference. Man.
Well, let's go while the going's good.
Well, I'm glad something's good tonight.
That's one of the new ones I added more recently. Man, those look good. Come over here, I'll get you a drink, on me. I follow him over to the minibar. Trish is sitting in one of the seats, huddled over an empty glass. Rosa is pouring drinks for the few other drunkards when she spots its approach. Oh, Anon, it's great to see you after all this time. Please sit and talk a while. Trish, glad we found you here. Holy shit! What the fuck? She looks up from her sulking and her face lights up at the sight of us. I guess the salon didn't go so well? You went full, business. Anon, it's been years. You actually got full lips this time, too. Why am I noticing these details? Trish, Rosa, glad we found you here. Come on, man. We've been texting this whole time. Reed flashes 2 fingers at the barkeeper, who sets out a few glasses. Yeah, good to see you too. Why are you looking so gloomy over here? She has been telling me about how it is the end of her world. It's nothing that serious, just workplace drama. What, your employees raise another beef with the concept of horn piercings again? No, this time it's with the engraving tools. They're telling me people would rather go to the dentist with all the drills we use. Well, I guess he actually found a corporate that worked. And mostly with my designs for hollowed out horns. I guess it is working very well for her. Yeah. I agree with you entirely on this one, Memes. I can't help but think that's kind of like something similar to like gauges. I have a friend that had gauges a while ago. They were always kind of weird.
An amazing mess of mediocre mediocrity.
You can say that again.
Wanna bet?
Yeah, the drop shadow on the text of the alerts definitely adds a lot. Alright. Rosa instinctively rubs her own horn. Yeah, I agree with that one, Rosa. Hollow? Of course! I even got in contact with a sculptor and figured out how to make them whistle in the wind. Check, please. Reed leads into whisper in my ear. One of the designs sounds like Road Warrior. I shudder at the image. Don't knock it. My satisfaction rate is a clean 100%. The only problem is getting people to be willing to try it. Sounds like there's a lot of risk there, yeah? It's not even that bloody. I only hire the best. Bloody? What? Never had a piercing before? Same thing. Reed shakes his head. Anything more than a regular piercing is an abomination before our Lord. I'll take my position as a solid middle between these two. Trish, you're insane. Rosa, you can loosen up a little bit. I finish my drink and Reed downs his in one shot, tossing a few dollars on the counter. I look up to see the one person I'm most anxious and excited to talk with again approaching. Fang, you're here. What? Damn it, Anon, I told you to stop calling me that. Isn't that the name Lucy used back in senior year? Yeah, I think it was. Come on, you'll always be Fang to me. Lucy covers her eyes with her hands. You haven't changed a bit, I swear. What about... Okay, there's still two that haven't showed up. Nasser's still... Well, no, wait, Nasser's at college. Stella's missing. But that kind of makes sense to a degree. Come on, get over here. I'll order us another whatchamacallit of drinks. It's on me, the richest raptor in the world. Reed cheerfully throws up his arms as he shouts out a prolonged world. Sure, thanks. I can't have too much, though. I'm the event organizer and all. Sounds like a tough break. Wait, I thought you were the music teacher here. I'm getting there. Still working with Mr. Jingo until he retires next year. Until then, I'm a teacher's assistant.
This show brought a tear to my eye.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sitting on a tack.
Anyone want any type of... mind any ear piercings, but any other type of piercings? Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, at the same time, just thinking about this for a minute. If I were still using Twitch Studio, I'd be able to draw this actually. But can you imagine like a couple of like Cro-Magnon variety
like bones sticking out, like those those more stereotypical bone piercings or things that you like you would see on cartoony cavemen, or even in some depictions on the Flintstones. Just have Trisha's horn be pierced with like a cartoony bone looking like thing out of like gold, silver, platinum. Not on your goddamn life, but yeah. Alright, I see. Take a quick glimpse around the room and fail to see any large ape-man. Mayan shamans, that too. I feel like we're missing someone. Where's Spears? I could have sworn he would be here. Nah, man, he's gone. I saw him on TV the other day, though. Was he giving a speech or something? Sort of. He does commercials for car dealerships now. He's built a reputation for his gimmick of wrecking a car every ad he does. Oh, cool. I see. Oh, God, I thought that was a joke about slamming people into cars. The hours reconnecting with my old friends pass surprisingly quickly, and the time eventually comes for everyone to go home. Lucy excuses herself from the group to go give the closing speech. She goes up on stage and tests the microphone, getting everyone's attention. All right, everyone, it's been a wonderful night. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Please start finding your designated drivers or calling up the taxi driver. Yeah, the singular one. We will be locking the doors at 3. She puts the mic on its stand and jumps off stage. Reed pats my shoulder. You got a ride home, man? I can walk, but thanks. Lucy returns to the minibar, where Rosa is waiting with the last of the alcohol. Why was that sentence so hard to get out of my mouth? There it is. All right, great seeing you guys. I'll bounce. We should all meet again for lunch sometime. Yeah, absolutely. It's been forever since I've been in town. Would love to get a tour of what's new. You got it, man. See ya. Bye, Reed. Don't tell me the Principal Spears is that car insurance commercial person who plays insurance fraud. Is that another commercial that I'm not aware of? Well, I do know of a local place that really plays into the "it's gonna be huge" thing, and I don't think it has anything to do with Trump, mind you. Actually, I should get going too. I don't want to get stuck in traffic. You've had the most to drink out of all of us. You gonna be all right? She raises a smug eyebrow and starts walking to the exit. See you guys. Come visit me too, Anon. Stella and I would love to have you. More people trickle out of the room until it's just Lucy and I. Naomi gives a thumbs up to Lucy through the door to signal that everyone else has left. Thanks, Naomi. Couldn't have organized this without you. Oh, don't worry about it. It was nice getting to act like a class representative again. The plastic persimmon waves and lets the doors swing closed with an echoing clang. So, just the two of us. Damn you, Anon, and your Bill Withers, and damn you, Bill Withers. Still got it. Yeah. Lucy holds up a plastic bag that clinks with each shake. I was gonna offer you the last of these, but... The ones with Dean Winters. I don't think I've seen those ones. I'm gonna look those up. Hey now, let's not let those go to waste. Her smug grin and laugh says enough. Rooftop? Rooftop. Nah. Rooftop. Now. She leads the way through the darkened school hallways and stairwell. I can picture all the old posters from my time here along the walls. Oh hey, they finally replaced the door. And fixed the hole. Ah, thanks, Kitsu. The door is booted open and the night air has finally cooled down to something breathable now. I turn to the ladder on the side of the stair enclosure and climb up. Lucy hands me the bag and makes her own ascent. From our new vantage point, we can see all of the town lit up. And with the stars above and no moon, I would say the view is picturesque. Oi, you gonna hog the drinks? I take out a pair of bottles, using one to pop the cap off the other. Show off? The twist-offs, you know? To prove her point, she takes the cap to one and simply twists its top off. Alright. Ow, my ego. Anyways. A toast. To adulthood. To stable employment. We tap our bottles together and chug the sweet ambrosia down. I needed this. Oh? I'm already handing her a second bottle, knowing that she'll finish her first with her next chug. I guess you've been busy. Dealing with teens is a fucking nightmare. There's this one brat, Kenny. Little shit has broken 2 trumpets already. Can't be that bad. Well, you see, it happened during band camp. Lucy's rant went on for what felt like an hour. Though, judging by the pile of beer bottles, it couldn't have been more than 20 minutes. At the fucking dance of all places. What? Sounds like us, honestly. Bullshit. His role is mayhem. It's a car dealership, presumably for a local one, I would imagine. You need to set yourself apart somehow. For real, you were just as bad. Lucy's elbow finds its familiar spot in my side. Nuh-uh. Yuh-huh, Fang. She groans and hides her face in her knees. Why the fuck was I so edgy? Trish. Okay, so maybe we were that bad. That's life for you. She sighs and relaxes. Her legs stretch forward and she leans back on her arms. Yeah, that's life. I mimic her pose and find myself staring at the small dots spreading across the night sky.
Well, shall we leave? Why should we leave now? The worst part's over.
Teacher at your alma mater. Wasn't really expecting that, you know. And he was a sound engineer? Pfft, I figured he'd be making a sex spot or something. Nah, railguns. The self-cleaning subroutine never worked right. We chuckle together. Hey, Lucy. I keep my eyes on the stars, even when Lucy turns back to look at me. I can feel the heat creep across my face. I got a contract with the studio here. I'm thinking, since I'll be here for a good while, how about we get some dinner sometime? You know, together. I look at Lucy at last. Her face is turned back to the sky, but there's a dusting of pink across her cheeks. Oh, that's Dean Winters. Oh, this. Okay, now I understand. I never knew that guy's name. Now I really gotta look at this commercial. Oh, maybe it's just another Allstate commercial. Nope, that's just an Allstate commercial. All right. Her face is turned back to the sky, but there's a dusting of pink across her cheeks. I totally would, Anon. But I've got work like you wouldn't believe. Oh, well, if it's too much... However... Something covers my hand. A quick glimpse down, and I see it's Lucy's atop mine. I've got time in the morning. So how about breakfasts? I smile. Is that a date, then? I don't know. Is it? Lucy turns back to me and smiles. It is, then. You're such a dweeb. I know. That didn't stop Lucy from shuffling closer until our legs were pressed together. That didn't stop Lucy from leaning her head on my shoulder. I grin and wrap my arm around her shoulder. Feels just like old times, honestly. Like, no time has passed since I left Volcaldera Bluff. Oh, yeah. Like, after I realized what you were talking about, I knew exactly... Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now. So I know... I know about Mayhem and Allstate. I know about Allstate's Mayhem character. Man, what did Geico unleash upon the world when he started doing, like, those weird commercials? I guess I never did say goodbye to Volcano High. Thanks. Now my face is forever stuck in cringing on. Way to ruin the moment, Fang. You ruined it first with your mumbling. Fix it, then. You ruined it, you fix it. Fine, I will. My hand cups her cheek gently. Lucy smiles and leans in. Ah, I miss this feeling. Our lips meld together as we embrace just like we were teens again. Ending 4 of 4. Fast Times at Volcano High. That was actually very nice. Now, is there... So I kind of see Principal Spears as Dean Withers, but always yelling at the camera while causing mayhem with cars. If I could find a what's the word? If I could find a video Trunk Monkey but Spears. If I could find a video of that local car dealership commercial that I was talking about before, I'd send it to you. But I'm kind of imagining it's a mixture of that guy Spears and Mayhem. But now I've got a question for I've got one more question for you then, memes. And don't answer me if it's something that you don't want to reveal, or just send it to me in a text, in a message. Started development in June 19th, 2020. Neat. Very well done. Congrats to all of y'all that did that. But the guy that you had me paint a miniature for, same schizo as it was in the credits. No. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. Okay. Now this is more what I was expecting for, like, prom night. This is probably the wedding then at that point then. We got those guys, him. Nasser is enjoying himself. Why is... It is wedding night. All right. Hang on. It's probably all the way to the bottom. Nope, still more to see, I guess. Okay. Why is Taxi Monarch here? Why not? You know what? Sure. You made the assets. Why not? Meanwhile, I like how just Mo is over here in the foreground. There's Hot Dog Girl. Now you have the bonus chapters, which will take an hour plus. And it's been 4 hours. So I guess we'll just make that a shorter one next week, shall we? Or maybe some other time in the week. Someone needs to drive people home somehow. You know what? That's true. That's true. But Christmas Day Snoot? No, that's not gonna happen. It would be I will admit, it would probably be a good present. Alright, and I'm imagining these 5 are locked behind the bonuses then, huh? always, give your thoughts, feelings, etc. I'm off to work. All right, well, I'll give them to you. That was a very good... It was a very good story ending for that one. It was a very nice... a very nice direction to go. It was pretty stereotypical. I don't know why I wasn't expecting a class reunion out of that, but you know, it definitely made sense. It's the whole thing, the entire game, all the paths, all 4 endings were very well written. All of them very much given that they were done very intentionally. All of it being very much of that theme of high school can be volatile. And I definitely agree. And I will admit, like I mentioned this like a couple of weeks ago, if not last week, but I was homeschooled my entire life, all the way up through high school. So I never actually had any of these experiences myself. I need to go as well because I need to get keys from my neighbor so I can get started tomorrow. Well, then I will keep this as short as possible. But yeah, the artwork is great. The characters were very fun. I will admit I was wrong about Trish at the end of it. She was the antagonist.
Poor fellow lost his nose.
How will he smell without it?
Same as always. Terrible.
She was the antagonist for most of that, but it wasn't unbelievable, and it resolved very well in the ending 4. And anyway, insofar, yeah. It was a very, very fun experience. And bonus chapters. Schickelschlub Gutter Lane, the Mouse Pad PTA meeting, Passion of the Trigger 1, 2, and 3, Naomi's Tribulations 1, 2, and 3, and there's one more still secret? Alright, well, I guess we shall just find that out next week. So yeah. Seems like a good place. This was a lot of fun. Once again, Memes, thank you for sending this to me. This was a lot of fun. And I will probably then... I will probably require Wani. What? It's just Corky Cerberus. I like Tea Turtle. What can I say? Anyway. So yeah. With this, I think this is as good a point as any to say that I'm done for the day. 4 hours of that. Wow. You said it was going to be the longest one, Memes, and I agree. This would have been a lot long if we had gone for this one first. Anywho. So, honestly, with that, I think this is going to be a good... Since y'all are going to be heading out and going to be doing your things, I think I will leave you all to that. I need to go get something to eat. But yeah. For that, Kitsu, Memes, thank you for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes. The rest of you all out there in Radioland, same to you. And as far as anything else, I will see you all in the next game, whatever that may be. More Snoot, Blood Bowl, D&D. We'll find out, won't we? But have a good rest of your day, all. Nope.
You know, I really like that.
Yep, me too.
Are we in the right theater?